They want to gap it up. Hmm. Good morning. Okay, let's get going. Please read the pre-market trading plan if you're new here. If you're not new here, then why are you not at least reading it? Like you should at least. I mean, if you, even if you are a master at trading, looking at a different opinion can never hurt you. Looking at another, looking at a different educated opinion that's non-biased cannot hurt you because it can either confirm what you're looking at or make you look at or make you believe what you're looking at to be even more true, or it can make you, or it'll force you to audit what you're looking at more so. Like it'll make you go, let me double check this before I enter to this position again. Oh, okay, I double checked that. I still trust my model. Let me still go. Or, dang, I see exactly what he's saying. Dang, I didn't see that before I did that. I was blinded because of my model. Let me not do that. And besides, it's not like a hardcore trade plan where you just take trades but strictly just based off of that. It's just strictly just like the skeletal bare bones of what you're supposed to be doing. Or for what you're supposed to be looking for rather. Like, understand what I'm saying? Like it's a gap fill Thursday. Why are you trying to marry longs for? You about to get cooked. Coming over here to a 15-minute time frame. Delete these. Delete these. Delete that. They want to dump and go lower, not higher. Bearish, it appears. They want to dump and go lower, not higher. It's gap fill Thursday, boy, and these people gonna figure out a way how to fill this gap. You watch. You watch. Watch them figure out a way how to fill this gap. I'm not even gonna mark that. I'm not even going to mark that BISI up there above because I think that they inverse that in the next 7 minutes. That's what I think. So I'm not even gonna mark that for real. I'll still do it just because I don't want people to build bad habits. If I was trading by myself, I wouldn't mark that because I don't think they can really bounce this market in the next 7 minutes. I don't think they can really do that. I think that SIBI gets inverse, but I'll still put it there. I mean, I think that BISI gets inverse. But I'll still put it there. Just because I think that they go lower. I don't think they're trying to go higher. I think they're trying to go lower with this gap fill Thursday. That's what my brain's telling me right now. My brain's telling me that they're getting ready to do exactly what I told you they was getting ready to do, that they're getting ready to start hunting sell side during New York session. That's what my brain's telling me right now. So I'm not going to go against that because that's what I think they're getting ready to do. If you thought that they was going to keep this market elevated during Asia and New York, during Asia and London, and not dump this during New York session, and at least start targeting sell side to some degree on a gap fill Thursday, I don't know what the hell to tell you. You need to keep on showing up to these pre-market meetings. That's what you need to keep doing. And you need to be listening to what we're saying, and you need to study these models. This is serious. This is not a joke. This market is bearish. It was always bearish. They were lying to you. The bounce was not proportionate. That bounce didn't have no serious legs to it. Look at that. They're about to inverse this for sure. Don't even make no sense to mark that out. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. What's this up here? What is this? Is that a perfect double top up there? Shh. They teased that perfect double top twice. They didn't even take it out on that data wick. Market want to go lower and not higher. Look at SpaceX. Market want to go lower, not higher. Okay? Understand that, please. Okay. Bearish. Bearish, they just want to dump, nonstop, straight line, not even give you a chance to participate. When they do that, that's dangerous. Why? Because then that means that when they decide to bounce it, that it's going to be ferocious. So you better be paying attention. You better be looking for a first presented. You don't catch a falling knife, not in this environment. You'll get cooked. I know some of are probably thinking, bro, we missing out on the action. I'm not missing out on no action. I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting. You don't need me to trade. You need to be reading our pre-market trading plan, and it literally says that they're getting ready to start hunting sell side into New York session. So on as to why you're sitting here waiting for longs or whatever, I don't know what you're doing. I'm unsure. And I know nobody's complaining, but I'm just getting you to think. It's just that I'm just not going to chase this. I'm going to wait for a bounce. I have to gauge their temperature. And their temperature seems angry to the sell side.
They just sweep Asia low.
Wow. If by any means you thought that they was going to just start squeezing during this New York session, I don't know what to tell you. If you thought that by any means, I gave you the blueprint. They want to dump, not go higher. They kept you confused during Asia and London, and now they want to dump. Now they want to dump. They kept you confused during Asia and London. Now they want to dump. Go lower. Look at that market dump, Jesus. They about to come over here and fill this gap in one swoop, boy. Everybody, okay, guys, listen. I'm all set up right now on my levels. Everybody needs to come over here, and we need to put an alert over here, right over here at 73.58. An alert at 73.58, and it needs to be gap fill. Gap fill, so you remember. Gap fill Thursday, 6/25, so you don't forget. They want to dump and go lower. This trade over here is the ultimate objective. It's the same as I think I told you yesterday. Remember when I told you that yesterday, and then they came down and they fill that gap. You need to stop goofing around with where they're trying to go. The last thing you should be doing is long in this. Understand what I just told you? Good morning, Joe. They want to dump, go lower, not higher. This is bearish. It was bearish this entire time. I told you. Be on alert. This is not a time to just be goofing around. This is serious. Wake up. This is serious. They want to dump. They want to dump and go lower, not higher. They want to dump, go lower, and fill this gap. Look at that market dump. Look at that. Every single person had no idea what the hell was going on. And they
Man, if I
lost their
didn't
piece.
hesitate put trying to buy this put on the Qs, I'd have been up $2,200 right now.
That's crazy.
Cash.
Cash.
Fucking crazy, bro.
There was zero doubt on my brain they was going to do this. I knew what that meant during New York session. I knew it. Man, I've seen the story 1,000 times with these people. It's sickening. Crazy part about it is like I could still lose too, you know. Like I could press this button, I could still lose, even though I see what they're doing. They're about to come
Oh
over here and
my
fill this gap.
god.
They didn't even give you a chance. They're not even giving you a chance. Look at that. This right here is why you read this pre-market trading plan. Do you understand why you're in here now? I hope that you're understanding why you're in here now. I hope that you're understanding. Gap filled. Market go negative immediately on the open. It took them 12 minutes. Look at that market dump. May he help us. God, Christ, the King. The last thing you should have been doing is long in this. I can't even put a test limit order down here below here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Look at that,
Bro,
Christ the King.
In that dump, if I would have bought that put, I'd have been up $8,700 right now.
Jesus Christ.
In a flash, bro. Are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ. Look at that meanness. Whoo! Woo! Boy. Let me turn on my wire. Make sure nothing crazy happened with Trump. Because that candle was insanely aggressive. Whoo! Boy, they brought the pizzane, boy. Gap filled. Boy, they brought the pain on you, boy. Still don't catch no falling knife.
Bro, why did I hesitate?
Because you didn't believe in that gap filled Thursday, man. Like the way.
Bro, I had to deposit the funds, and it freaking, by the time I deposited, the market opened. Damn.
Micron is shiting the bed. Look.
Nvidia down 2%.
That. And where's Nvidia? Whew. Look at that Nvidia, boy. They still trying to go. Where's Cold at? I need Colt. I need Grant. I need everybody. I need Matt. I need everybody be on alert for volume imbalances. Watch out. I'm going to long this and try and get 120 ticks to the upside off of this. Off of this gap fill bounce. And that insane liquidation squeeze. Look at that. Wow, that's 3 micros down instantly. All of that money. They missed my TP by like a few ticks. You saw that? Did you see that? Look at that. Remember what I said about them not giving you a chance to participate? Remember when I told you that now? Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce.
Order filled.
Done. Market just opened. Done for the day. Market open. Done for the day. My God. Like the Grinch. Like the Grinch, boy. God. Woo! Boy. They didn't give you a chance to participate, boy. Like the Grinch, boy. Yep. Yeah, you know exactly what it is, Zero. Ah. Ah.
Man,
Boy.
I'm disgusted I didn't take that put.
Ah. Oh, man. Did my accounts copy trade? Oh, man. Done. Oh, man. We want more. We want more. We want more. Oh, man. Oh, man. Done for the day. Turn off the accounts. I got to rein myself in. Getting too high. That means I could lose on my next trade. Be on alert. That was just a base hit to the upside off of that bounce. Don't goof around with them. This is serious. Be on alert now.
Look at the way this candle is moving, bro.
Yes.
On the cues.
If you go oversized, you're going to lose and blow up everything. Be on alert. Oh man, I told you it was Garfield Thursday. You what? Y'all didn't believe. Well, y'all believe when y'all ain't here, but you get the point. I am done on these accounts. No more. No mas. Let me log out. No more. No mas. They want to dump. I was out here.
Bro, do you realize one micro was 13 or 1400 bucks on that?
On one micro. On that Garfield
One
Thursday.
micro.
One micro. Okay, guys, guys, listen. For all of those who are confused, we're getting ready to go over the pre-market trading plan right now, but I got to switch my IP address. Hold on. I'll switch my IP address and I'll show you what's going on. They want to dump and they want to flash 710. This is still bearish. You needed to been out base hit. They want to dump and they want to flash 710 and go lower and hurt people. Understand what I just told you, please. I got one more trading day to do that same exact thing to make $12,000 or $13,000 on the Apex. Be on alert. That's tomorrow. I'm not gonna, guys. If I meet my profit goal within 5 minutes, I'm not gonna trade no more. Why would I risk why would I do that? I care about actually putting money inside my dang on account more so than trading, more so than trophies. I don't care about that. I care about actually putting money inside my accounts. We want more. We want more. The people want more. We want more. You need to be inside that pre-market meeting. You need to be reading that pre-market trading plan. That pre-market trading plan said it was Garfield Thursday. Did you read that? Did you read that? Let me get. Oh shoot.
Is there any news? Why is it acting like this?
What you mean? It's Garfield Thursday.
Well, yeah, but it's filled.
Well, they just filled it 5 minutes ago. A lot of people are looking at buying the dip on this fill, so they got to stop them out, and they just got to liquidation and squeeze it. The bounce was non-proportionate. I knew that this bounce was fake. That's why I said don't be fooled. I said that. Hold on real quick. They want to go lower, not higher. Bearish. NASDAQ went negative. It was up 2%, and then they dumped it 3% in a straight line and blew everybody's accounts. That were goofing around.
Apple down 5%.
Yep. They faked you out. I told y'all this was going to happen. You need to be with somebody that's going to alert you to the dangers if you're going to do this. At least reconsider. That's what we need to be doing now. Hold on, I'm pulling up my other accounts. Look at that. It's crazy. They want to dump and go lower, not higher. gotta stop. Sitting there goofing around with these people. I would not be goofing around with these people. I'm being serious. Watch out. Test limit order.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled.
This is a crazy environment to be goofing around in. Don't be surprised if they bounce this anytime soon. I'm being dead serious. The most dangerous thing you can do right now, I think, is short this. And what I would not do is short this. They took that market from 727 to 706 in a straight line, dude. Understand what I just told you. What you need to be waiting for is you need to be waiting for a first presented BISI to be safe. They want to go higher now. They don't look at the size of this candle, Jesus Christ. That's a casual 460-second candle. Casual. These candles are huge. You'll blow your account instantaneously if you goof around with them. They just tapped the bottom of that 15-minute BISI just now. This is dangerous. They scared everybody out. And they scared everybody out, and now they're about to go higher potentially. But it's best to wait for sure. You sitting over here goofing around. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Okay, I just read it. Just made a cool 5,000. You're done for the day. Scalp the dump up on 2 different funded. We'll switch to evals. You're done, zero. They want to go lower still. Best to be on alert. This price action is a bit flicky. What you mean? What you mean by that, Spooky? They want to go lower, not higher. Bearish. Okay, guys, look. Wait. Okay, guys, listen. Look, wake up. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Are you ready to wake up? I hope that you are. Because this is serious. This is not a joke. They want to go lower, not higher. I'm not going anywhere right now. These candles are extremely aggressive. I'm going to wait for them to chill out. Everybody needs to be reading these pre-market trading plans. You see this? Look at this. Look. Do you see this? Look. Gap fill Thursday is upon us. Read about it by clicking the model. PCE and GDP at 8:30 a.m. Watch for data wick high and data wick low and release. Market is gapping up off of MU earnings. Don't be fooled. Yeah, I know you saw that market was up 2.5%, almost 3% just now. I know you was. I know you was fooled. I know. Yeah, you watching on that damn TikTok. Yeah, you watching on that TikTok right now, debating about $59 with me a month. But yet you willing to put your life savings on the line, but you can't insure it for $59? You want to drive a Ferrari. You want to drive a Ferrari, but yet you complaining about $150 a month insurance, $200 a month insurance to protect a half a million, $1 million car? Is that what you debate with me about? Are we serious right now? Okay. Let's pay attention. Don't be fooled. The bounce is non-proportionate. NQ was up 1.6%, and ES is only up 0.35%, and it's got filled Thursday. Market squeezed 3% from 315 into the close of this. We will pull back. I didn't say maybe. Oh, no. No, I did not. We will pull back into and through New York session at some point. And it starts with 625 SPS gap fill at 73.58, which, because in order for the gap to be created, they have to gap it up during New York. So at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, it has to gap up. And the gap gets created that day. So you need to be understanding the terminology that I'm giving to you, which is why that knowledge center is there. Because I can't walk everyone through this while I'm live trading. So that means that I am anticipating it to gap up and to hold during New York session. And then it will begin now. Let's continue to do what's been working. Base hits, modest expectations, trading market structure after waiting for liquidity to be engineered, not making our jobs harder. We're still an intraday sell-side delivery model. So, again, your fourth warning here. So don't be surprised if bounces are short-lived, like they were on Tuesday, and they give up the whole move or most of it. What happened? Why market done for? Are you reading this? This got sent to your inbox last night at 9:28 a.m. Timestamp. 9:28 a.m. 9:28 p.m. Excuse me. And you sitting over here goofing around about whether or not you should be here or not. That was my biggest problem when I first started trading. When I finally got the chance to come across a millionaire trader, the first one that I actually got to see live trade and how he made his money. And I always thought that I knew more than a millionaire. I tried to do what was opposite of what he was doing. I always thought that I knew more, man. I did. That doesn't mean I have to trade like him, but God damn it, I'm going to pay attention. Or dang it, I'm going to pay attention for the TikTok bleep thing. I am going to pay attention to what he's on alert for that's keeping him to save his account. Be on alert. Now they want to go higher after they stopped you out. Deliver right directly to your inbox, and they dumped it immediately on the open, and they came over here and filled this gap. Look at the size of that damn bounce from that bottom. That is a casual 1,000-point bounce in 4 minutes from the low. Wow. Casual. We got to wait for them to chill out. This is serious. This is not a game. This is not a joke. I am going to wait for these candles to shrink. That's insane. Not really, but you get the point. These candles sizes are insane. You need to be downsizing. Don't be goofing around with them. You hit your daily loss limit almost instantly in this environment. I'm being dead serious. Honestly speaking, 4 micros is too much. 3 micros is more appropriate. Watch out. Don't goof around with them now. You've been warned. This is serious and it's not a game. They want to go. Look at the QQQ going opposite of NQ. Watch out. Bullish, and they want to go higher again. It was just gap fill Thursday. They faked you out. Be on alert. The most dangerous thing you can do right now is short this. I told you over there at this bottom, and they squeezed it like that. Look at how this candle is behaving. Look at that. You see that? Do you see how this candle is glitching out? You don't want to be a part of this right now. You see how this candle is glitching? The most dangerous thing you can do is short this. I said this over here on this candle, and look what happened. A casual 1,200-point bounce. And what I would not do is short this. Whenever I say that, you need to not do that. So if you were thinking about shorting this over here because you saw red again on like a bounce, you did not have done that. You need to be reconsidering at least. Well, I can't force you to do something, but you get the point. It was free money off of the Gatfield Thursday play. If you're if if you're at your profit target, you're done. Switch the paper. There's no reason for you to trade anymore because you've already made your goal. Why would you want to work harder for today? Why? Who told you got to work hard? Working hard in the stock market is not equivalent to working hard with a W two. You don't get rewarded for working harder. I'm being dead serious. You really don't even get rewarded for working harder working harder at a W two. You don't. You don't. If you're getting paid by the hour, you're not getting your boss not going to double your salary because you decide to wash the table harder. All red being respected right now aggressively. Mm, not anymore. They want to squeeze to go higher. That was just a shakeout to do that Gatfield Thursday. They're about to bounce this. I think this is bullish. I don't think they're trying to go no lower. I think they want to go higher and not lower. That's what my brain's telling me. You got double voiced again, but it's cool. I got double voiced. What's that mean? Let me double check that. My voice is playing double. Can anyone on TikTok confirm that or deny that? Yeah.
Why the candles are so volatile.
We're in deep negative HVL.
That's crazy, bro. Even though I got 212 ticks off of that move up.
This is a test for the clarity of the audio coming through the microphone. This is a test. Hold on.
We can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly. Now, if you saying something, can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yes. Yes, CME. This is more so for the people inside the TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear the echo a little bit. Huh. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce. Bullish. This is a test, not for Discord, but for the audio clarity coming through the microphone. This is the second test for not for Discord, but for the audio clarity coming through the microphone for all of the platforms. This is the second test for the audio clarity coming through the microphone. This is the second test for the audio clarity coming through the microphone. This is the third test for the audio clarity. So, but there's a slight echo. Like if you listen closely, JB, there's a slight echo. I'm listening to it right now.
You might want to disconnect that mic and then replug it back in.
Yeah, but it's working on other platforms. It's crazy. This is the final test for the audio clarity coming through the microphone so we can get started. Absolutely. Just fixed it just now. Yeah, it was fixed, Dean, just now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I was just adjusting the audio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I was just adjusting the audio. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. 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 Look at that SpaceX. They bounced that marker from 705 to 715 in a straight line. You know, they bounced the QQQ 10 points in a straight line with no remorse. I told you. Look at that. Do you understand that's a casual 1,600 point bounce? Can you believe that?
Boo, the dude said casual.
Yeah, that's casual. Like they just pulled that out of their butt. That's crazy. These candles are crazy. This is the power of deep negative HVL now. You've been warned. Now Discord doubles. Discord is doubling too? The audio from Discord is doubling?
I don't hear it.
No. Okay. Thank you. Not anymore.
Bro, candles are so crazy. SPX just created 100+ point gap and filled it immediately on the start of the candle. That is the biggest gap SPX has created in weeks, and it filled it literally in the first second of the candle. No bullshit.
All right. You say you sound fine. Discord doubles. Refresh your Discord, remote Dre. Refresh your Discord, bro. Guys, Discord, if y'all hear my voice doubling or it sounds immediately double, please let me know, please. So that I can double up on that, please. So I can double check that, please. That's very important. But that's actually my main priority, I'm being honest with you. I just changed the audio output for Discord. Hopefully this is better. I just changed it just now. Double check it, Dre. Who's talking to me on TikTok, but who's inside Discord. That's why I gotta fix the audio for TikTok too, because um, students inside here watch from TikTok. Is it fine? What's it looking like now, Juice? What's up, Jay from Texas? What's going on, Jay? Trey, is it all right? Yeah, I don't hear double either. Jesse says okay. Should be good.
Yeah, we've been good over here. I haven't heard no double.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. Guys, I need everybody to look at their screen just in case you're confused about anything that's going on, please. If you want to be if you want to be a serious trader and if you want to make serious money doing this, you need to have a plan. And or somebody that has a plan needs to be explaining it to you so that you can pick and choose from that plan with what you believe in. Look at this. Look, you see this? This is for the students that don't want to read this, that are inside here, that aren't taking full advantage of everything at their disposal. This is for y'all. Gap fill Thursday is upon us. Read the model. Not gap up it and just I long. No, read that model. It'll show you. I warned you 3 separate times. This time and this time and this time. You got this at 9:28 last night. If I stopped you from doing one thing and blowing your guys, screw making money. If I just stop you from losing, that pays for a lifetime membership inside here, like how I keep telling you every day, and everything else past that is kosher. You need to be in here inside these pre-market meetings and showing up if you're seriously trying to take this seriously and run a serious business. I'm being dead serious. Market is gapping up off of MU earnings. Don't be fooled. I didn't say buy no dip. The bounce is non-proportionate. NQ is up nearly 1.6%, and ES is only up 0.35%. And the ES is up 0.7%, and then the NASDAQ was up like 2.5%. That is non-proportionate, man. Market squeezed 3% from 315 into the close off of this. We will pull back into and through New York session at some point. And it starts with the 625 XPX gap fill that was created today at 9:30. Like, it starts with that. I said it starts with that. So they have to gap it up in order for this gap to be created, which I knew that they was, because I said it was gonna, because they need to gap it up in order for the gap fill today to be created. Come on now. I said, let's continue to do what's been working. I said, we're still in bold again, your fourth warning. We're still in intraday sell-side delivery model. So don't be surprised if bounces are short-lived like that were on Tuesday. And they give up the whole move. The whole move. Or most of it. I didn't say no little pullback and long. The whole move. So whatever your strategy calls for outside of this, that's completely and utterly up to you to decide. I can't force you to press the dang on button. I'm going to just tell you what I'm thinking. You're in here so that you can collect thoughts, so that you can read in real time, so you can be ahead of the curve. If you're really trying to do this seriously, that's why there is no that's why there is no 30-day plan no more. Because if you're trying to do this seriously, then you can't take this seriously for no damn 17, 18 days, a month, and then just call it quits. Hell no. I don't want to speak to you if you're not going to take this seriously for at least 90 days, which is like 55 trading days. Because I know you're not really trying to change your life, and I know you're not really trying to understand what's going on. I know that for a fact. I know that for a 100% fact. That, and you saw the timestamp too. That was something at 9 o'clock last night. I was not fooled by that. So I know some are probably thinking, bro, why the hell did this market literally just dump 3% just now in a straight line like that? Boy, they was laying that cheese this whole time. I know some of y'all was probably thinking, bro, they just dumped that market 3.24% in a straight line just now. What the hell was that? Boy, you better wake up. You better wake up. This is serious. This is not a game. This is not a game. They just dumped that market 4,000 ticks just now off of nothing. And you sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. Why it pumped yesterday? MU earnings. It was fake. It's gap fill Thursday. They laid the cheese for you. Everybody. Now, you want to know also something else too? You want to know why support and resistance doesn't work? Look at this precipitation. Look at this. They dumped that market 4,000 ticks in a straight line just now. Where's the support and resistance people at? Where are they at? I'm being dead serious. Every single person that put a limit order in random spots thinking that the market's going to stop blew their accounts. I'm being dead serious. And I bought here and I was just 25, 30 seconds early, but I was out here. I made $4,000 off that trade just now. Are you crazy? And other citizens out here made money too, and you sitting over here goofing around. Bro, we print tens of thousands of dollars a day, like I say every single day, and you sitting over there debating me over $59. I'm being dead serious. $300 on my new Lucid fund. And this is my one day to trade my New York this week. Just made a cool $5,000, Potato says. And you sitting over there goofing around. One trade Pay for 10 years worth of lifetime membership. 10 lifetimes inside it. And you sitting over here goofing around. Look. And you sitting there goofing around on that TikTok. Trying to figure out whether or not you should be studying up or not. Well, you need to be studying up. You need to be trying to figure out what we're doing. So you can participate. Or let me guess, you're gonna think everything is a scam. That's what you think. You think everything's a scam and everybody's out trying to get you. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yo, E.
They wanna
2
squeeze you.
micros. I'm up 900 ticks. 2 micros.
About best we start to about best
I definitely scaled out though.
Okay, good. Yeah, about best we start to chill out. Scaled out? Yeah, good. Because they just flashed at 715 just now. And they just took out this 1, 2, 3 relatively equal triple top high that I thought they was going to do, but I was running my mouth. So I'm looking for the trade idea.
I got my final target at my 50% level here off this.
There is no specific target. They dumped this market 4,000 ticks in a straight line. So what they're going to have to do, I'm going to explain to you what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to come up inside this zone and do some stuff like this. They're going to have to do something like this. And you're going to have to sit through a lot of and you're going to have to sit through a lot of turmoil. So if you like $900 right now, you need to be out. If you like $900 right now, you need to be out because you're liable to sit through a lot of pain, and then they could dump this through the zone. And they could very well reattack these lows again. If you like $900, you need to be out because we just took out that high and we just tapped into the 15-minute SIBI. If not, and if you don't trail this, I'm just warning you right now, you're liable to be sitting inside of this trade up and down in P&L. From 900 to up 500. From 500 to up X, Y, and Z for another 2 hours. Huh?
Yeah, it was trailed already.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because
and there's a trend line and
I see that trend line below. Guys, because on this 4,000 tick dump, they engineered no liquidity. They're engineering it right now. This is not no liquidity, dude. This is just a straight line carnage sweep. This is liquidity. And how do they do that? Is they engineer it so that it can be ran to the downside and to the upside. So how they have to engineer liquidity by going up and going down. So that's what they're doing now. If I got $900 and I see that liquidity still has to be engineered clearly, I'm taking my money and I'm not taking no chances on that. But that's just me. I can't force you to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where I'm at, and depending upon what accounts I'm up, if that's my only account, I'm going to be done for the day. If I got like some other accounts, considering it's just 10:30, the market's really only been open for like an hour, then what I'm going to do is Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out them other accounts. And I might take something on light size. They want 37.50.
This was an account that was in the hole on the funded. Oh, so I was trying to bounce this shit out, and shit, I definitely bounced this shit out.
Good job. They're gonna end up eating all of that up. Yes. You need to watch out for this trend line that they got going on right now. That's not good. You need to watch out for that. That's not something that I would goof around with. Let's not monkey around with them on these trend lines. They just balanced the market out just now in that dump. Why? Because SPY is up 0.45% and QQQ is up 0.52%. The market is now equalized again. They're goofing around over here with this SPY trend line right here. This immediate term SPY trend line. Watch out for this. You need to watch out for that. SPY is trying to go higher now. You need to watch out for this. I would not long this. They're about to start hunting sell side potentially. I would not goof around with these people up here inside the zone, not with that trend line like that. Hell no. Look like to me they might want to hunt sell side. I'm being dead serious. I would not goof around with this. So help me God, I would not. I gambled market open. I can't lie. Why'd you gamble on market open? Did you make money off the gamble? Or did you lose? Fried. Did you make money on the gamble or did you lose? And what did you gamble on? You see what I'm seeing. Yeah, I see it. I see exactly what you're seeing. Shortness down here inside this hole will be 120 ticks to the downside. I'm going to short this, and I'm going to try and get 120 ticks to the downside off of this trend line snap. 3 micros I'm going to try to get. Look at that aggressiveness. Best I go break even.
Order submitted.
Look at that. Look at them edge my TP just now. Did you see that? Did you just see them edge my TP just now? And then go higher and start me at break even?
Order failed. Order canceled.
That right there is why you go break even. Look at that. Look at that God body candle. They want to go higher, not lower. They edge I missed my TP by 5 ticks in this environment. 5 ticks. 5 ticks I missed that by just now. That's what you just saw. 5 ticks. I missed that now. They want to go higher and not lower. Five ticks from here, from 650.50, 650.50. I missed it by 5 ticks, bro. They're about to go higher and not lower. Good job, Mullah. They want to go higher, not lower. 5 to 10 ticks in this environment that's printing 400 tick candles casually. I missed that on. They want to go higher, not lower. This is bullish to me. I think they want to go higher, not lower. I think they want to come up inside this zone. I think they better squeeze us to go higher. Why would you gamble on that market open like that? Why would you do that? Are you inside this Discord? Why did you not read that pre-market trading plan? Why not gamble on the pre-market trading plan? Why not do that? It literally says that they was getting ready to dump it. You should have gambled on the short. What's good? What's up, PJ Trace? What's up, buddy? This SPX is about to roll over and they're about to dump this. SPX is rolling over and it looks like they're about to dump this. Look at this market dump. They're about to attack. Look at this. They're about to attack now. Now they're about to attack after they stop me out. Best I wait. Why? Because they could give God body and go higher. They took this marker from 727 to 705 in 15 minutes. They're goofing around with this damn trend line and they're about to snap this and they're about to go lower. I do not think this is bullish. They're about to snap this trend line and go lower. See that trend line they're working on? They want to go lower and not higher. This is bearish and not bullish.
Order submitted.
I'm going to short this and try and get 120 ticks to the downside off of this move and try and target this liquidity over here again.
Order submitted.
I think they want to go lower. I think they want to dump. I don't think they want to go no higher. Look at this, man. It's best I stop trading there.
Order filled.
They stopped me out
Order
again.
canceled.
They stopped me out again to then go lower. Horse shit. Trade, horse shit. Both trades went straight to the TP. This is BS. They stopped me out for both trades to go lower. They want to dump and go lower, not higher. If you see a trend line, you know what that means. Oh, boy. I'm getting cooked. Why are you getting cooked? What has changed, Native? Why are you getting cooked? Are you oversized? What are you trading? How can you remotely be getting cooked right now? What's going on? Good trade, Hyper. Way to lock back in, way to focus back up. 4K on new Lucid funded. Good job. That was an easy trade, in my opinion. I thought that was an easy trade, in my opinion. Didn't even break even as fast as you, but I apologize. But I made 340 off that trade. I'm at school. I graduated today, bro. Good job, Zay. Proud of you. Lock out. You're done. Proud of you on your journey. Free money. We give to the people. They want to go lower. Damn, that was free money. That trend line, that was the easiest. Honestly speaking, that trend line was easier than the trade I took earlier. That was easy money. It was clearly trying to go lower. Just base hit 120, 140 ticks to the downside in this environment. They was clearly trying to go lower. They weren't trying to go higher. Excuse me, where are my manners? Congratulations on the graduation, brother. Thank you, Chilo, for reminding me. Congratulations. Proud of you. Big time. You stay locked in with this, bro, trust me. But you still need to get a job, though. Get a job and still try and live your life, but stay focused on this because time's going to go by regardless. You get a job, you pair it with this, brother, there's nothing that you can do. I'm sorry, there's nothing that you can't do. For real. Hold on real quick, guys. I'm going to go on mute for a second. Hold on. I'm back. Can't believe I missed out on the short. And again here on the short multiple times. They stopped me at a break even. They stopped me at break even and they went straight to the TP. Like they stopped me at a break even and like the candle never went higher. Can you believe that? Look at that short. That was 300 ticks gift. It was. We got to delete this trend line now because it's completely irrelevant. Nope, not that. It's irrelevant now. They could do anything. They're engineering liquidity. We're trading the liquidity that we see. Trading ES trying to short. I was too early. But I got some back on that trend line snap. Good job. Trading ES tried to short. He was too early. How? They dumped it in a straight line. Did you try to short here? How? Like, I'm really trying to process that. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, native. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, how were you early on a short when everything was a dump? They want to go higher, not lower. Market is crazy right now. Yep, this is deep negative HVL. You need to be on like 3 to 4 micros at the most. You'll blow up your account otherwise. You'll hit daily loss limit in seconds. I took a short at 1033 on ES. You took a short at 1033 on ES?
It's a massive SPX gap.
You took a short at 1033 on ES and you still lost that trade? That tells me that you're too far oversized in this environment. Because if you shorted at 1033 and they never went higher since that candle and you still lost, you were oversized 100%. There's zero debate. That's why I asked you that question. You weren't too early. You were too oversized. There's zero reason for that. You're in a negative HVL environment and they're casually pulling out 1,400 tick moves in mere minutes, and you got stopped out on the same candle that they never went higher on. You didn't even give yourself 60 seconds to make a decision. I was on one contract. You was trading 1 mini in this environment? Are you serious? One mini in this environment with a stop loss of what? I cut it short to avoid daily loss limit, but I could have held. See, that's a problem. Too oversized. Still too oversized. You need to have been about half of that at the most. I'm being dead serious. You need to be on micros. They're randomly pulling 600 tick 60-second candles out their butt. Randomly. Like, just look, this is a random 1019 candle, 600 ticks. I was in with 1 mini like a 10-point stop. That's dangerous. You better know what you're looking at. Look at that candle. Look. Look. Look at that. Look. That's a casual 400. Look at that. Like, imagine, like, if you just press that button like that. Like, the stop will come in seconds. They want to go higher. But I trust you, Native. You've been turning the corner. I trust you. Just like how I trust Hyper. I can only offer recommendations. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you how not to trade if you've been profitable. That's what I'm not going to do. Can't believe those trades worked out. But yet they didn't. I had it. Look at that market. Want to go higher. Casual 600, another casual 600 point move in 75 seconds. Market want to go higher, not lower. They want to touch this 15-minute SIBI, pair with that dang on VWAP, and not go lower. This is bullish off the damn chain in media term. Still intraday sell side delivery program model. They want to touch this 15-minute SIBI up here somewhere inside the zone, then consider rejecting it. They don't want to go lower. They want to go higher. Look at the size of this massive 15-minute SIBI. They've essentially eliminated you from playing long entries safely with the size of this 15-minute SIBI here. Look at this. Because if you long this at any point inside the zone, they'll dump it out of it at any given moment. They'll do so. You do know that, right? I'm not going anywhere right now, as my old mentor would say. This market is so deadly for trail and drawdown. Hyper says, yes. So we could be taking base hits. This market is deadly for anybody that doesn't want to take base hits and that doesn't want to manage their risk. But definitely for trail and drawdown for sure. You see it, you got to take the money. They want to go higher, not lower. Best not to. Like my old mentor would say, who's Indian, he wouldn't say best not to assume. Well, the correct American term is to say, hey guys, it's best not to assume anything. He would go, best not to assume. So that's what I started like mimicking the things he was saying. And then it would stick in my brain. Because what normal people were saying wasn't working with me. So it's best not to assume. Best not to assume. And so I'm not going to assume. I mean, assume. Watch out. They want to go higher, not lower. Pay safe for the day. 190 done. One more day, 150. Good job, Farouk. Go higher, not lower. What's going on with this? What is that? You need to watch out for this. ES just tapped into a 1.5 and a 15-minute SIBI. What I now think, personally speaking, what I would not do is long this. I'm not gonna say long it is the most dangerous thing you can do, but it's getting close. It's getting mighty close. I think long it is something I would not do, and I think it's getting close to being the most dangerous thing you can do right now.
SPX about to fill the 100-point gap, just left one.
Where is that gap at?
Filling one now. Filling one now.
There's another one up here above head.
Yeah, I know. I said the one below. I said it earlier, and then this one's happening right now.
I wasn't paying attention, man. My bad. Damn it. There's a casual 107-point gap that they left in their wake. Another one. Look at this market dump. Look at that. Look at that, boy. Look at that. Look at that, son. Look at them come into contact with this trend line right now. In one candle. Look at that candle, boy. 10-point stop. That is a casual 110-point candle. Randomly, boy. Oh my goodness. Wow. And they gave up that whole move just now. They shot this market up 200 ticks and they gave it all up and turned it red. They're about to dump this and they're about to come to 29,559 on this trend line snap of this ES. You need to watch out. What do you say? Pretty sure they're about to flush it. We're rejecting the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. Interesting. You need to watch out for this. There's a casual 100-point volume balance up here above here. All they're doing right now is that they're just engineering liquidity. Understand what I just told you? That's all that they're doing. They're just engineering liquidity right now. But these candles are huge, dude. They're about to dump this and then come over here to 560 in a minute. Look at how fast that candle just printed just now. The wick printed before the body. Best not to jump the gun in this environment. Good job, brother. Good job, Dad. Timestamp 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get like 1 or 2 more base hits so I can be out of here and going about my business. They want to dump this, I think, and come over here and flush this. That's what it appears. Because that's what, well, they already snapped this trend line. So that's snap, by the way. That's just what this appears to be to me. Now they could bounce this out of this. Well, I just realized they just snapped that damn trend line. In one candle, they did that. They didn't even get close to it, touch it, and then bounce. They just snapped it straight through because it's negative HVO just precipitated through the floor. Look out. Look out for this. Watch out for that. Look at that. Another volume balance here lower. I don't believe this bounce. I think that they're about to dump this. I think that they're about to dump this. I want to press this short button, but I need to wait. Where's Phantom? Think they want the 8 on this Q's where? 7/12/47. Give the timestamp. Give the timestamp. Give the timestamp. 10:47. Come on. Close of 47. that there. We need to watch that.
God, there's
I'ma
like
watch that.
30
That
points
aligns
in like the
perfectly with this trend line.
candles are like 50 points in the first like 10
Yes,
seconds of the candle, man.
absolutely. The wicks are printing before the body. You need to be shorting on green and longing on red to even remotely have a chance. If you short on red, you're going to get cooked very quickly. The wicks are flashing before the body.
Is Trump talking?
No, I don't think so. But we got a lot of people on alert for that. Everybody needs to be on alert for if Trump decides to come on.
Oh, okay. No, I kind of walked in on a view and they was showing it on a view. My bad.
Oh, okay. I think that they want to dump this. I'm being dead serious. That's what I think.
Order submitted.
I'm going to short this on 3 micros, and I'm going
Order
to try and get
submitted.
120 ticks to the downside in a minute.
Order submitted.
Jesus Christ, look at that God body candle. With this trend line in mind. I'm going to add another micro up here at this top. Look at that God body candle.
Order submitted.
I added one more micro
Order
and it being
submitted.
4 over here at this top.
Order submitted.
Jesus Christ.
You crazy, bro. That's 100+ point SPX
Holy
candle, big dog.
shit.
It is a big ass gap.
What is that? Jesus
But I do think
Christ.
it's a short entry,
Instantaneously.
so
Order submitted. Order submitted.
What's up with my order acting like this? What's the thing acting like that? Look at that market dump.
Order
Look at that.
filled.
There's an error. I gotta
Order
get out of
filled.
this. There's an error, and there was an error, and there was a glitch in the matrix. I had to get out. You see this? Look, you see this? It says fail to modify order. There's an error. I apologize. I couldn't hold it directly straight to the TP. I had to get out of there. I apologize. Whenever I see an error, I gotta get out. There's some glitch going on with my account. As you can tell, there was an issue with the trailer here. My account number 8 did not copy the trades correctly, so that account is slightly off for some strange. I don't know what's going on. Let me double check
Order
this.
submitted.
I have to figure out what's
Order
going on.
submitted.
Excuse me. My account number 8 does not work, and it says initialize.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled.
There's a glitch in the matrix. I gotta log out, and I gotta log back in. Excuse me. I gotta log out, I gotta log back in. That was a God body candle. There's a trend line lower. They want to go lower, not higher. Did you just see what they just did? They just dumped that. I was 60 seconds early. Hold on. If you are oversized, you're going to blow up your account. They want to snap this trend line over here. Where I'm trading market structure. I think they want to snap this trend line and come to this 8-point volume balance. I don't think they were trying to go higher. I think that was fake. I think this is fake, and I think they're about to come here to the zone. They're about to dump this and come to the zone while you were sitting over there goofing around trying to figure out why I was shorting it. Only reason why I'm still not in this trade right now is because my computer just glitched. So I had to exit out, and I got to log back in. Discord can see my whole screen, and it said you can hear it. You can hear it saying, order submitted, order submitted, order submitted, order submitted, order submitted. It's like them mad weird that's glitching out. I don't know what's going on with my trade copier. something is amiss with my trade copy, it's probably best I just goof around. It's probably best I just not do anything for the rest of this day. Hold on, let me double check this. You see how there's a discrepancy right over here with this order? Look. You see how the order says 0.76 cents and the other ones say 133? You see that? That's what I had to fix. Something is amiss and I don't know what's going on. So it says 80 cents and the other ones are copy fine. There's something going on with this trade copy right now. And I don't know what it is. And I don't like it. Let me double check this. Excuse me. Sorry.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, it's working now. I had to log out and log back in. I don't know what that was. Why? Because not everything is perfect.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
It's back to working now, I guess. I don't know what that was.
Order canceled.
Okay, but it caused me to miss out on profit. I mean, I could have lost, but it caused me to miss out on profit. If there's something weird going out, I'm going to get out. I'm not going to hold through. Why would I do that for? That doesn't make any sense. Stop doing things that don't make sense. I'm green across all these accounts except for the bottom ones. Be on alert. You need to watch out. They want to dump this, go lower, and they're about to come over here, and it starts with this. Guys, listen. You need to memorize the age-old riddle that I've given you. Chilo and I and others coined this. 1, 2, I believe. 3, 4, I count out the door. That needs to be ingrained into the very psyche of who you are. If you like easy money. So when I was shorting this up here and you were scared because you like to trade on 40 micros when the candles are 800 ticks and you sitting there shaking and waiting on the perfect opportunity when you could just be printing money on 3 to 5 micros every single day and take 2 or 3 base hits and run away, go on about your business. They about to dump this and they about to come into this 8 again. And you sitting over here goofing around. On the next bounce, I'm going to short it again. I think they want to go lower and not higher. But I'm not going to short this. Why? Because they just dumped this market 500 ticks just now. Don't speak Spanish. Because I don't speak Spanish, I'm unsure whether or not you're scamming or not, so I'm not going to block you. They about to come here to the zone. Don't short this. I'm sorry, don't long this. They about to come into the zone like I told you. See that? 1, 2, I believe. 3, 4, I count out the door. You sitting there goofing around. I'm showing you how to print money on a daily basis. And this has nothing to do with no strategies for real. But you can't understand what I'm saying if you don't understand that knowledge center. You cannot interpret the things inside Discord if you don't got that knowledge center. And I'm not going to teach you the things inside this Discord. So when you want to study that knowledge center so that you can understand the language that I'm telling you, so you can understand those models inside this Discord, so you can start printing thousands of dollars a day, then that's when we can do business together. But until then, keep watching for free. And keep wondering why they keep going where I'm going. Why they keep going where I think they're going. And why the students at Discord keep making money off of this. Keep doing that. They wanted to dump this whole time, and I told you they was going to go there. And they did. Be on alert. As my old mentor would say, best not to assume. Assume he meant, but he was Indian. They want to snap it and go lower. Look at that MNQ dump. Faked you out. and then go lower. I won't go no higher, boy. This is bearish. You asleep at the helm? But they just dumped that market down 900 ticks just now in 5 minutes. And they still want more. This market is aggressive today. Hopefully you got your big boy pants on today. Or your big girl panties. This is serious. Maybe one more trade today and we're done. 3 micros, that's all we need. Made 666.50 to pass my account earlier. I'm $400 on a brand new fund. I'm gonna do right and not be oversized majority of the other time. Gonna get a new eval to keep trading done for the day. Maybe we should be done for the day. I wouldn't want you to spend money on the eval and blow it. Maybe tomorrow. Just have to believe. Yeah. See, the problem, Chilo, is that a lot of people don't believe. They always think that they're bigger than the program. They think that the market's going to stop at their limit order. They think that somebody's out to get them. They think that somebody should make them a millionaire for free. They think that millionaires are obligated to help them for free. They. I think. I deserve. I need to make this money my rent due. I need to not lose this money. Please. Me. Nobody wants to believe. And nobody wants to take this seriously. Good job. You see how I told you? See, some of y'all thought I was joking. See, some of y'all thought I was joking when I said Chilo. And Chilo shorted that just now. And I didn't see that beforehand. And Chilo from Discord took that short. 1, 2, I believe. That's why he said just have to believe. 1, 2, I believe. 3, 4, your account's out the door. I'm out with money while your account is out the door. Are you paying attention to what they're doing and to what we're showing you? Or are you asleep at this damn helm? We're printing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. And all it costs you is $59 per month. And you're sitting over here goofing around. This is an opportunity like you've never seen before. And you think that somebody's out to scam you. That's not what you think, I know, but still. I'm just being funny. 158 points dump. Banger. Day. Take the money and run. Peace. Absolutely, sir. Good job, Dev. Good job, Chilo. Chilo, look at that trend line. Free. See, he shorted it too. Dev did. Free money and he ran. And you sitting over there goofing around. One trade pay for 10 lifetimes. They want to dump and go lower and not go higher. Be on alert. SPY and the NASDAQ go back to red again. They want to go lower and not higher. Watch out. That's what you need to be doing. Be on alert. One, two, I believe. Insane day. Man, I love trading. Man, I love trading too. This is so fun. I'm going to wait. I'm not going anywhere right now. Timestamp 11:17. That market dump out of the zone. Jesus. Exactly what I was telling a student from inside Discord. I told him, I was like, bro, they're engineering liquidity. Imagine if he would have held on to this long over here, because I told him to get out over here on this candle. Or like on this candle or this one. He would have had to sat through all of this and like, damn, he probably would have got break even instead of having that $900 in his pocket. The value of a mentor. I told him that he was going to sit through God knows how many hours worth of price action as they engineer liquidity throughout this day. Remember when I said that? Up $1,000 on the day. Good job. And bro just joined. He just got funded a few days ago. But don't copy his journey. I'm not saying you join here and you're gonna get funded and you're gonna be making $1,000 a day immediately. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody's journey is different. I don't know how he's trading. But still though, points still remain. Points still remain. Good job, sir. Thank you for entrusting us. Not being $13 away from passing this dang on eval. Damn. 1 micro. You need to be. Next higher probable setup. They want to go higher. It appears. Watch out. They want to go higher, it appears. Look out. Trend line is meant for base hit. Not, I see trend line and then market going to go to 500. You're going to go to 500 when I press the button and only me. How do y'all do this consistency? What you mean? What kind of question is that, Sean? How do we do consistency? I went from 100 to 79. I got to get to 35. Just do it again the next day. How much money are you making? What's the problem? What's the issue? Yeah, you went from 100 to 79. Yeah, because you made money that day, so it dropped. If you make $250 on your first day, your consistency is 100%. If you make $250 on your second day, your consistency is now 50%. If you make $250 on your third day, your consistency is now 33%. And now you're at the consistency. If you make $500 on your first day and then $250 on your next day, then you can do the math. That means that your consistency is whatever it is. I'm sorry, it's probably like 65%. I'm doing it in my brain. It's like 65%. Why? Because 500 is like probably like 65, 66% of $750. Be on alert. Oh, okay, I had like 470 and I made 600 today. Yeah. So do it again. Stop trading and then just come back tomorrow. And let's just do the same thing tomorrow and watch how much it drops. It'll drop. Real traders have consistency. The prop firms are going to let you do everything in their power to blow your account, and they're going to force you to do things to save your account to then be a real trader. That's why the prop firms are so successful, because no one wants to do things that real traders want to do. Because everybody has the wrong stigma about trading. Everybody thinks that they know what it takes to be a millionaire trader, but nobody wants to follow instructions. And no one wants to go, man, you know what? I made $500 today. I'm going to stop. I'm going to come back tomorrow. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to, and I'm going to just put one day in front of the other. And everybody wants to trade full contract size and make $2,000 or $3,000 in like 2 or 3 minutes or 2 or 3 hours on an account and then be done. And then do it every single day. Everybody wants to trade every single day. That's all everybody wants to do. Be on alert. They want to bounce this and go higher, not lower. They want to come up here to the zone. Close at 87. High at 80. They want to come here. Watch out. I would not short this. They want to come here to the zone. I would not short this. What is that over there at this bottom? Close of 56. Low of 63. That's a 7. Market's trapped between these two zones. I think they want to come to that first one up there above, based off of how they're moving and behaving. That one up there is stronger. It's larger. They're about to squeeze this past the zone. Look at that Judas swing. Don't short this. Snap that damn trend line, gave you a pullback, and now they're about to go higher. Bullish. They're about to squeeze this higher. Watch out. That's what you need to be. They want to go higher here. Excuse me. They want to go higher, not lower. They want to fill that volume imbalance. I did not just put that circle there. They just failed that just now. Be on alert now. Look at that god body of a squeeze. May he help us. This is serious, man. My goodness. Look at that aggression. Best not to short this. My goodness, man. Whew. Well, these candles are no joke, huh? Huh, folks? As my Beto would say. Candles no joke, folks, huh? I want to go higher. Look at that. I'm going to wait till I see something that makes sense again. They can still squeeze this higher. They don't got to go lower. There's nothing that's saying that they have to go lower. There's nothing here. Watch out. Only thing that's saying that is a 7-point volume balance. But in this environment, a 7 is really like a 3. I lie. It's like a 4. 3 or if you say a 7 is like a 3 or a 4 normally. I'm not gonna bank my hopes and my dreams on those 7. That's what I'm not about to do. They're gonna have to prove this to me. They're gonna have to prove this to me. I don't believe that. They're about to go there now, damn it. Still not going to short that. They got to prove that to me. I don't feel as confident in that one as I did as I did with the one from earlier. I don't feel as confident. Excuse me. Best to be on alert. Well, what account am I up $500 on? What the hell is that? What? How am I up $600 on this account? I thought that account was break even. Why does that account say $600? Maybe I should turn that account off. It was a glitch in the matrix, and the glitch favored me. Called 2 bangers in my Discord, LMA on longs and shorts. Okay, good job. This is your second time coming over here, probably trying to pump that. and you're not even following. You're trying to LARP off of the few people that we got watching over here to your Discord. Be respectful. At least follow the content creator. Lock in. Don't do no weird stuff like that. Come on now. Be respectful. You're not even following me. I remember your username from like 3 days ago. I don't go on your live stream and start talking about my Discord. Trade live in front of other people. Do it. And you let the people decide. Lock in. Do that again and I'm going to block you. And if you feel offended in any way based off of anything that I said, that shows me your emotional maturity. Screw calling out the bangers. I want to see you do it in real time. Then let the people decide. Live stream it. Put it to the test. I don't believe this. They could very well squeeze us to go higher out of the zone. They've been going sideways now for 5 minutes. They could dump this or they could squeeze this. I don't trade a sideways market. We need to be trading market structure. That's what we need to be doing. As in market structure. They about to dump this. But the target at 7 lower. But I don't trust them. I don't trust that. Timestamp 11:30. European close now coming in through the wire. Expect an injection of volatility. European close. Expect an injection of volatility within the next few minutes. European close just happened. In Europe, they're getting ready to unleash the European market. It's getting ready to strictly be U.S. So it can change its entire behavior. Watch out. Look at that trend line that Colt just sent out to the upside. Look at this that they're working on, Colt. Here, look. Look at that. I don't trust that. Look at this. They're trying to go higher and not lower. I don't think they're trying to go lower. I think they're trying to go higher. They dumped this market from 727 to 705 in a straight line. Or QQQ. That's 4,000 ticks on Thursday. My favorite day to trade. I'm looking for one more trade. Get out of here. If you notice, I've been cutting the live streams a lot more short lately. I'm not going till 4 o'clock. Why? Because we've been negative HVL, so the profit targets have been coming faster. And then once I make the money, I don't want to be tempted to stay on and lose. That's how I go an entire month, 2 months without losing. And you should do the same. They want to go up higher and not lower. Where's that SPX volume balance at? They're about to come here to that 100. Watch out. I will not short this. This is dangerous. Be on alert. They about to take out this high. Come up to this VWAP and tap this 15-minute CB. They keep on rejecting this one over here. Let me sit up in my chair. I'm a beginner, bro. What platform are you using? TradingView. TradingView, fine, sir. How is that account up $600? That's what I'm trying to figure out. When it said break even earlier. That's crazy. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, that's correct. It does say that. I don't know. I don't even know how that's remotely possible. Trade copier glitch in my favor. Oh, excuse me. TradingView just shows me the chat. What chat? The chart. So what you're looking at right now is TradingView, but I'm on a NinjaTrader broker. You asked me the platform. I'm on TradingView, but I'm trading on NinjaTrader through prop firms. I'm copy trading dozens of accounts. That's what I'm doing right now. So just to make that clear, that's what's going on. I'm trading what's called prop firms. You might want to look that up. It allows you to turn hundreds of dollars into tens upon tens of thousands of dollars. I make anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a day doing this, and all it cost me was maybe a few $100. And it's an infinite money glitch. I'm saying this on purpose so that I can get your brain going on purpose, so you can try and figure out what we're doing. And I'm not going to disclose that. Put that name in the chat. Prop firms, PROP firms. I can't really talk too much or go on too much of a rant because I'm actually live trading and I'm running a Discord. And they can see my screen. And if I'm talking and goofing around, then I can't be actively looking for trades. I'm $400 on a new account. This has been the best day for me in a while. Trey says, absolutely. Good job, proud of you. I think Replicano had a little bug earlier because I took that trade you took earlier. It's a little later at a higher entry. Some kind of error message from my accounts. Now that account's up like $200 more than it should be. No complaints at all, though. Absolutely. J-Walk. Little glitch in the middle. I understood. I'm going to DM you about what? Oh, $400 on my new account. This has been the best day for me in a while. Good job. Okay, I already read that. I already read that too. Okay, I'm caught up on the Discord messages. Be on alert. Watch out. Be on alert. I think they're liable to start goofing around. That's what my brain telling me. Sit here and wait. I do nothing. Till more liquidity gets engineered or a trend line or something where I think people are about to get hurt. Or a volume imbalance of some sort. Something that's easy money. Easier fish to fry. 3 micros. No more than 4 or 5. Base hit 120 ticks. I'm waiting on it. They're engineering this weird pattern now. This is looking like it's getting ready to dump. They got some weird pattern going on right now, man. Look at that ES. 1150 coming up in 13 minutes. Be on alert. No, says absolutely, man. They got this weird pattern going on right now. This is looking mighty weird. Look at that ES. If ES doesn't for like another 2 or 3 more minutes, this is not looking good. This is looking mighty weird now. That's why they might dump this to 74.33. This weird pattern they got going on over here. I don't trust this. Like they might come down in here and flash this. It's 74.33. I don't trust that. Look at that weird sideways pattern they got. That looks super. That looks super weird. Oh, my camera's on. That looks super weird. I don't trust that. This NQ is looking like it's trying to get off this ground, but this ES is engineering LR, immediate term LR, like it might want to dump. This is looking weird now. But I don't trust this. They're pairing this LR on this ES with this volume balance on this QQQ here lower. They're pairing this. They're pairing it up. They're syncing it up. This is starting to look mighty weird now. There still is no market structure to support that. It's just looking weird. I'm sniffing it out. It's starting to quack like a duck. That's not to assume, as my mentor would say. My old mentor would say. He was Indian, again. So he meant not to assume. He meant to say it's just best not to assume anything. But he would always say best not to assume. He never overcomplicated things. Told me what it was. And I always used to thought I knew more than a millionaire. And that was why I was unsuccessful in the beginning. That's why I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to the market maker before I understood. Because I was doing the exact opposite of what he was doing. I almost started I just started writing down the things that he was doing well psychologically, and I don't even trade like that dude. And my P&L just immediately reversed. I just started writing down what not to do. And then I figured out what to do. So watch out for this weird pattern. They tried to run it just now. They tried to. Still very weird. I don't trust that. This is still weird. NQ is trying to squeeze to this moon, and ES is trying to run this in full. This weird pattern to come into 74.33 to then potentially go higher again. ES has no interest in going higher. I can see the behavior pattern. ES has no interest in going higher. This S&P 500 right here that you're looking at has no interest in going higher. NQ wants to squeeze, and ES wants to dump out of this weird pattern. They're pairing it with their volume balance lower. That's why ES is rolling over like this. You see this weird pattern, and they keep on trying to attack it? They want to dump this to the zone. They're pairing that with this. They're pairing that with this now. If this ES starts to break loose and go lower, this NQ about to dump. All right. Timestamp 11:41. You got 5 more minutes in order to even remotely consider a short. If not, your short button's broken. If you don't have a strategy to where you can pull out a base hit in less than 3 to 4 minutes, and that's not something that you probably do a lot of the times, your short button is now broken. Understand what I just told you? If that's not true. They're goofing around up here inside the zone. They got this weird pattern going on about. And they got this weird pattern coming about. But yet again, they've been pulling this back. If SPY decides to bounce, NQ is going to squeeze into the moon. Watch out. Shorting this right now is ill-advised. You're not going to have enough time for risk management mode, if so. And NQ is trying to lift off of this ground. ES just wants to take out this weird pattern and then go higher. I think they want to go higher on both fronts. I'm just being honest with you. I just think that I just personally think that it's a matter of if whether or not they come here and then go higher, or whether or not they stop us on a dime and they start squeezing us right now. I think I think that both scenarios result in them going higher. I'm being dead serious. So I don't think that they're ultimately trying to go lower on a serious note. So unless you a micro scalper and you trying to take 60 ticks out of this, you need not be shorting this. That's dangerous. Don't do that. And that's something I would not do either. Don't do that. It's not the most dangerous thing you can do. Well, I lied. I think it's the most dangerous thing you can do. And it's something I would not do either as well, which is short this. Don't do that. They're just flashing a weird pattern here. They want to run this LR and then go higher. The most dangerous thing you can do right now is short this, and what I would not do is long this. Those statements make sense. Because they could very well squeeze us up into the zone, and you won't have you won't have no recourse. That's the most dangerous thing you can do if you short this right now. And the 1150 macro is coming up, so that's dangerous on both fronts. What I would not do right now is press this long button, because why? Because we keep on rejecting the 15-minute SIBI. And they're flashing a weird pattern, and they just left the volume balance over in their wake. Close at 10, low at 25. That's a 15-point volume balance, but it's ahead of the 1150 macro. Crossing down. Be on alert. Watch out. I'm still not going to play this. Why? Because the 1150 macro is coming about. I'll wait. That's a 15-point volume balance. It's best for them to squeeze it, take out these highs, or do something weird. What's this? Close at 74. High at 61. That's a 13-point volume balance up here at this high that they might want to come out here and take out. Be on alert. They've trapped the market. With a 15 below and a 13 up here above. Be on alert. Both of them. Be on alert. Ahead of the 1150 macro. That's a 15-point below. I would not long this right now. And I would not short this. They've eliminated me. I'll wait. Your entire premise and everything that you're trying to do with trading comes down to one very simple concept, and I'm getting ready to explain it to you. You need to understand what they are doing first. You need to understand what they're doing and where they are trying to go fill orders. That is it. The market doesn't know you exist. Your strategy needs to answer you on how you can participate. Why is irrelevant. Why is fully irrelevant. Why they dumped 3% of the 4% of the straight line earlier today in 10 minutes? Who cares? I'm being dead serious, dude. Like, who cares? I told you they was going to dump this, and you didn't believe me, but who cares? Discord saw it, and we had it inside here, and we called it out last night, but who cares on why? Your strategy needs to answer, okay, how can I participate in respect to my account so I don't lose it? How can I manage my risk based off of what they are doing? That is all that this trading thing is. How can I manage my risk based off of what they're doing? If your trading strategy does not answer that question, throw it in the trash. It is rubbish. They're about to squeeze this past the zone and go higher. It is 1150 macro, and these people not playing. Short button is broken, I told you. They want to go higher, not lower. I told you, I think that both scenarios result in them going higher. They want to go higher and not lower. Be on alert. I would not be shorting this right now. There's no scenario where I would short this. Zero. There's zero scenario. I don't give a damn about that 15-point volume balance. I don't care about that. That's why volume balances, trading them is highly advanced, because you need to understand what they're probably getting ready to do in real time. And you need to exercise serious discretion, because if you just blindly short them, you're going to lose and get stopped out, and you're going to be confused. Volume balances need to be paired with a clear drawn liquidity. I don't care how large they are. Well, except for the one from yesterday, that was 32 points, but you still get the point. If you see a 32 or 30, yesterday was like a 32, 35. If you see a 35, then okay. Maybe about time to start scaling and maybe go blow or go. Maybe. Don't oversize though. But that's a once in a month opportunity. That was the easiest money that we made all year. You know I made $7,000 off that trade yesterday, right? That was crazy. It was free money. 350 times 20. Be on alert and wake up. Timestamp 11:48. We're up here damn near at the HOD of this pump. At the HOD of the day. HOD of this pump heading to 11:50. I don't trust the 11:50 macro today. I'm not going to blend along the 11:50 macro. Now with a 15-point volume balance, they're lower. And considering that we just dumped 4% in 15 minutes. They want to dump, go lower, and fill that 15-point volume balance. They've trapped the market between those two alerts that you're looking at right now. These two zones right here is where the market is trapped between, and it's trying to figure out which one it wants to come to. It wants to come here or it wants to come here. Who knows what they'll do? You have no idea what they're getting ready to do, but I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to short this. It's best to be on alert and to watch. They're about to target this 15-point volume balance right now. Timestamp 11:48. They're about to dump this right now and target this 15. Be on alert. They're about to go right now. I was getting ready to short that. I had to sit up in my chair. I was getting ready to short that. Oh, God, I was.
I was looking at that zone too, but it's just like the LR they got going on. I don't want to get in front of it.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke with that. Look at this trend line that they got going on right this. They're about to snap this and go lower. They want to come here and fill this. You see that? They just filled that just now. They just filled that 15. I was going to short that. If they would have, if this candle would have shot up and turned green, I would have shorted that. I understand it's 11:50, but I would have had 3 minutes to get out of there. I saw where it was going. They just filled that just now. And now they want to go higher now. They just filled that volume imbalance. They're goofing around and they're monkeying around. We're on the same candle as we were at 9:49. They're just, this is shaping out to be seek and destroy now. They're just aimlessly goofing around now. You need to be on alert for headlines, like a random Iranian headline of some sort. Don't be surprised. If you don't take your money and run and you in a trade and they come out with a random Iranian headline from Pakistan or something like that, and this market shoots up, 0.75% in 75 seconds and you lose because your stop loss didn't even get respected because they just teleported it like eval instant pass, then lesson learned. You should have took the money and ran. You should not be trading anymore. Look at that SpaceX. Look at that eBay. Hims. 5%. Nvidia down 1.6. Apple down 5. I don't know what's going on with Apple. Look at that damn trend line. Look at this. They snapped it though. It's 11:50 macro. Shorts are not allowed. I don't care what you're talking about. Shorts are no longer allowed. Only buy options. Watch out. I'm not going to long this now with this trend line here. People can get hurt doing that. They can bypass the 11:50 macro to hurt people, to fill orders. Nothing or any model gets in the way of where they're trying to go fill orders. If the model gets in the way of where they're trying to go fill orders, I don't care how accurate that model is, it's going to be cooked. Understand what I just told you? I don't care what. I don't care. If you see a trend line like this and it's paired with a lower drawn liquidity or something, like if that's the case, I don't care if it's 1150 on if it's 1150 and 1150 milliseconds, they're gonna dump. So I don't trust that. Watch out and be on alert. Apple says iPhone sales drop in China. That's what that was. I'm not going anywhere right now. It's 1150 and you don't short that. If you almost blindly long it at 1150 for a base hit, you'll be green 80 to 85% of the time. Don't long that. I mean, don't short that. That's the most dangerous thing you can do right now. And it's something that I would not do right now. Remember what I told you? Don't do that. They're about to squeeze this and they're about to take this QQQ here to the zone. Potentially for this 1150 macro. But they're pairing it with this trend line, which is why I'm not taking a position. Understand what I just told you. They could very well snap this trend line, attack this VWAP, curl it up, and then come here still. They could do that, you know. So you need to understand what you're managing your risk off of now. And you're also longing into a huge ES 15-minute SIBI. And you'll be longing into a 15-minute SIBI on NQ. I could very well see them popping this liquidity and coming to this VWAP. I could see, but I'm not going to guess. It's best not to assume. Watch out and be on alert. You need to watch out for them to pop this high, and when they pop this high, they're going to activate this VWAP magnet and this 15-minute SIBI. Then they'll consider going lower. I don't think they're seriously trying to go lower right now. Any dump, I'm going to assume it's fake in order to just strum up liquidity to stop these trend line people out, and then they're going to go higher. Everything that you've been taught inside that book is wrong. Well, it's not wrong. It's just the exact opposite of what they're doing. Everything that you've been taught is incorrect. We'll show you every day. Are you willing to listen? What you've been taught in that book is wrong. Those trend lines are wrong. How to trade trend lines is wrong. Support and resistance does not exist. It does not. Zones and levels does not exist. That is false. That is only there so that they can complete their main objective. Because if they teach 98% of people, why? Because if they teach 100% of the people that, 98% of the people are going to believe that, because people are like sheep. Most humans are like sheep, so they like to follow the crowd. That's why 98% of traders fail, because they're all like sheep. And they all like doing the same thing, and they like doing what's easiest, and they like following the crowd. So when somebody tells you, hey, a millionaire is supposed to help you get rich, and you just get to, and if he doesn't, he's a scammer, or she's a scammer, then you believe that shit. Or, hey, nah, you can just go on Reddit and just pop up and just put your life savings inside it and just start trading. Just be a millionaire, bro. You don't need no mentor with this. Just come on, bro. Just trust me, bro. Dude, just do it. Everybody can do it. Come on. Just go to Barnes Noble, just go pick up a book, bro, and you go become a millionaire just like that. Come on. But no one ever asks them a question and goes, okay, if you can do that and if it's so accessible, why are you not doing that? Why are you not doing that right now? Why do you still have a full-time job, sir or ma'am? Like, I mean, come on. Why not? No one ever asked these important questions. Why are you not profitable yet? Why? No one ever asked these questions to these humans. Wait, but no one ever asked them whenever they say these things. Hold on. I have to have a mentor or a teacher in order to get a high paying job, right? Like I have to get a higher level of education, right? So which means that like someone has to teach me, right? 100% of the people are going to say yes. To have a professional job, you have to have a mentor at some point that is successful in that endeavor or that is successful in teaching people in that endeavor. Doctor, lawyer, attorney, hell, even somebody that lays concrete or a masonry, somebody, you need a mentor. They are going to tell you yes. But when it comes to making millions on this computer, and when those people are going to ask you, what the hell do you do for a living? People go, no, you don't need no mentor, bro. Just log onto the computer, bro, and just go on Reddit or Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, bro, and figure it out. What kind of weird stuff is that? Excuse me. Sheep. They want to dump and go lower. You need to use your brain. Stop doing what the crowd is doing. 11 point on the spot I just created. I've seen that. Close of 67. High of 56. Watch out for this. They're dumping this to go lower. Then they're going to bounce it. They just dumped that just now to take out that trend line. Timestamp 11:59 it is. Market's still going sideways. I'm not going to jump in from this moving train. I don't give a damn about that 11. This SPX is looking like it's trying to roll over to me to go lower. QQQ about to come here to this zone. If SPX starts dumping. They snapped this trend line just now. I don't know which one are they getting ready to come to first. This one or this one? Who knows? I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be right back in 20 seconds. ES just dumped. I'm back. What was that? Why did that alert go off? What the ES just? ES just took out that LR in full. That weird pattern I was talking about. Weird. Man, this ES is looking like it's trying to dump, boy. This SPX too. Be on alert. We gotta watch out. Timestamp 12:02. Boy, they about to go higher with this market, boy. Man, they gearing up for something. They're just going sideways right now, bleeding it out. Market is back to being out of sync again. NQ's up 0.5%, and SPY's damn near break even. Out of line. This NQ trying to get up this damn ground. This NQ is looking like it might squeeze, boy. 800 ticks. There's no safety if I long this. If I long this and they target the next objective, I'll be down 500 ticks in mere minutes. So I'm not going to long that. You need to understand where the market can hurt you at before you press the button. If I press this button right now and I long this, QQQ can very well come to 712, and then that might not stop at 712. It might come down into like 711-ish. If I short this right now, QQQ could very well squeeze a 716 right now. And we just been going sideways. Hey, you're not trading QQQ, so why does that matter? Because QQQ and NQ are the exact same, if that's what you was thinking. They're the same exact asset. The computer's controlling them at the same time. That's why, like, if you look, the candles are moving the exact same at the exact same second. So if QQQ goes to a spot to fill orders, NQ's going to do the exact same thing. And then ES is going to move in tandem with it, too. Same thing, opposite direction. They're just going sideways right now and churning people out. I think that they're trying to go higher and come here to the zone. That's what I think. I don't trust them. Sideways. Hey, what's up, district? One more base hit, 3 micros, and done. I'll wait all day. I will sit here and wait all day. Excuse me. Where's that 11-point volume balance out on the SPY? Here. 74.67. They about to bounce this and get this off this damn ground and come up here to this 11. They about to get this off this ground and come to the zone. SPY about to come here. Bullish. It appears. They want to go higher, not lower. This is bullish off this chain, and this SPY about to come here to the zone. Not bearish. SPY about to come here. They want to get off this ground, and I think it starts here, and then they're going to take QQQ here. I don't think they want to go lower. I think they want to go higher. I'm being dead serious. I just don't want to long inside this 15-minute SIBI. That's what I don't want to do. Why? Because they could dump it any second. I want to go higher. I could get Godbody dump against me out of a 15-minute SIBI. They want to go higher, not lower. 11-point fill. 19 on SPX just created. 19 is kind of small. They want to come up here. Market want to come here and fill this. I told you. They don't want to go to lower. I told you that. I told you that 5 minutes ago. I told you 5 minutes ago I think they want to come into the zone. And you was trying to short this properly. You should not be shorting that. They must have just filled that 19 on the SPX. They want to go higher and not lower. Bullish. Look at that. They're going to come here next. I told you. I told you it was one after the other. They want to pop that high. They want to pop this high and go higher, not lower. If they dump this and pull this back and then start to curl this and base this, I'm going to long this to then target that high again. I'll just tell what I just told you. Oh, excuse me. Close 69. High of 61. High of 59. High of 61. They're about to squeeze this higher. They want to fill that. What is this? Close of 69. High of 61. That's an 8. They want to squeeze this to go higher. Any dump, I'm going to assume it's fake until they pop out that high. Be on alert. Long in this right now, poor risk to reward. Excuse me. Fake out. Look at that. I'm alone. There's 3 micros.
Order submitted.
Target hot. 120 ticks to the upside. I think they're getting ready to go higher. I'm being dead serious. I don't think these people are trying to go lower. Best I go break even. So stop.
Order submitted.
I think these people want to go higher, boy.
Order
They want to go higher. Done. Trade done. I'm done for the day.
Order canceled.
I told you what I was going to do, and I did it. And you're sitting there goofing around. Mm. Mm. You're sitting there goofing around, trying to figure out what's going on. Do you understand it? Be on alert. Look at that market squeeze higher. They want to target that VWAP like I told you. I told you they want to pop this higher, target this VWAP, and then come to the 15-minute CB. I was out though, base hit. Why so? Because I'm at $300 times 20. $200 trade I take times 20 account. $4,000 almost. In mere seconds and you're goofing around.
Order filled.
What's that sound? What the hell is that?
Order filled.
There's a trade copier glitch just now. The trade copier glitch. I don't even got my trade copier on. I don't even have my trade copier on right now. And it was a trade copier glitch. I had to flatten everything just now. Did y'all just see that? That thing just said I was in the trade, but my trade copier was not on. Everybody double check your Replicano. Make sure you flatten everything. You gotta right click and click flatten everything. That thing entered me into a trade and my trade copy was off just now. Did y'all see that? There's something going on with the Replicano. It's best we update it to a different version. Did y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that order filled just now, right? And y'all saw my P&L go negative just now, right? I don't care. I get out. I'm not going to sit and hold on to no trade with no system glitch. Are you crazy? Let me look at this Replicano, man. I got to double check this, bro. I'm going to log in and I'm going to check this, man, for this ghost orders. My account isn't even showing. Like, at all, bro. Like, it shouldn't be doing that. At all. Like 8 should not even be active. The fact that it did that was ridiculous. That right there is telling me something very important. You know what that's telling me? That's telling me I shouldn't be trading anymore. That's what that's telling me. I gotta double check this. It says it's the latest version. It's a copier glitch. Yeah, I heard it. Can you ever have a account on your phone? No. Only on NinjaTrader. That was strange that it did that. Must be a glitch of some sort. Error. It was. I'm gonna delete the Replicano. Replicano 1.617 is the latest. I had that account turned off, you know. See? It says buy to cover. Look what it says. It says buy to cover. Why did it enter me into a position just now? Like that. When I had that when 8 was not even in the equation. Why is it doing that? It was working fine yesterday. Best I not goof around with these people anymore today. Cause today might not be my day. Like I might spiral out. Why? Cause I'll take a trade and it'll go against me and I'll be confused again. So I'll let that be somebody else's problem, not mine. I'm very superstitious, you know. Whenever it comes to stuff like that. Cause if I'm green, I go, man, do I want to, you know, do I really want to give this up today? Test limit order.
Order submitted.
I had to exit out of the tab. And now it's working again, it appears. It appears to be working fine.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Maybe just exit out the tab. I don't know. I'm going to assume. Done for the day, baby. Another eval passed. 2 more 400 from passing and got 1 PA past the buffer. Finally, an actual profit. And two other PAs about 300 away from the buffer. And the last PA above 50K again. We was being a little foolish with that one. And I had it down red about 1K. I believe in you. Good job. If you got that PA past the buffer, you need to take the minimum payout, J-Walk. You need to do that. If you got that PA past that buffer, you need to take the minimum payout. But I think that you need at least 5 $200 days. So like you can't just do 150 days, like $100 days. You need to at least $200 days. So if you got 5 $200 days, you need to take that minimum payout of $500 and put some money inside your pocket. This ain't your first payout, is it? I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. But good job with a bounce back. Yes, sir, it would be. Wow. Wow. We will blow the horn for you, sir. Wow. We'll blow the horn for you, sir. Wait, are you eligible for the payout? Before I blow the horn, because the job's not done. Finally got another funded pass, so I can copy trade 2 expresses. Good job, Chrome. Proud of you, sir. Good job to you too, sir. Man, it was clear as day they was going to squeeze this past the zone. I just take the base hit, and I got out with a $20 loss on the other one. Why? Because the platform glitch, it appears. People in here are screaming at the top of their lungs and rejoicing. You sitting over here goofing around, trying to debate $59. Or trying to debate a lifetime membership to an unlimited money printer for $300. one funded account. I mean, to 1.5, two funded accounts, two funded accounts. And you seen that goofing around. Lifetime membership. We'll be there tomorrow. Just need a little $200 day. Okay, babe, sit there. Block that dude. I blocked him. Done for the day. No more trade. 12 o'clock. I'm proud of you, Jay Walk. Way to be consistent, sir. One small drop, fill up the bucket. Let's continue to make good decisions. Don't just be copying all of these trades, but continue to make good decisions with what you've back tested. Fine, sir. Good job. Best to go break even too. We'll blow the horn for you on your process. Maybe when the job's done. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. Good job, sir. Way to lock in. I remember when you were thinking about quitting on your journey. They rinsed everybody. Just know, E, when I get my beach penthouse, you invite to the housewarming party together, brother. Absolutely. If I'm not, I'll be upset. Yeah, I'm just teasing. I won't be upset. I'll be smiling from the rafters. Anyway, look at that, 12 o'clock. All of the accounts are green. I've hit all my objectives. I got to trade one more day tomorrow to get to the payout. One more day tomorrow, one more base hit. Another payout. May was kind of crazy. I didn't get no payouts in May. Look at that. No payouts in May. But June, I'm on track to make $50,000 or $60,000 in payouts. I told you it balances itself out. For me, it balances itself out to about $25,000 to $30,000 a month. Be on alert. No payouts in May. I'm behind. I'm running behind. I got bills to pay. Why? Because May I had to build up the buffer. And I had to pay to get the accounts up and running. My problems began in like the middle of April. End of April. That was when the market was at the all-time high and it was hard to trade. When the market at the all-time high, now we get to really see who really get to read the market. I now get to see if you know how to read this damn market when the market not up there at the all-time high, where you can just buy and then the market will go up the next day. Or like you can buy every dip because you know like it'll be bought up and they'll just make a new high later on that day. And so like you can be down $800-900 on 2 micros and and still just hold on for 2 or 3 hours blindly and then still make $250. I wanted to see. We now get to see if you. I told you that a month ago, on that non-farm payroll day when that market done 5.5%, and I was smiling. I don't know if y'all remember that. And I was smiling and I was laughing and that very insidious laugh, purposefully. And I was like, yeah, now we get to really see. Now we get to see if you know how to read this market. You want to know how you don't know how to read this market? Is if you get caught up in weird moves like this. Like if this cooks you here like this, then you don't know how to read this market. Because you believe in support and resistance or like EMAs or weird shit. Because they'll do this for those people. Do you understand they dumped this market 4,000 ticks? That was the dude. Do you understand that was like 4% dump? I'm sorry, 3.5% dump in a straight line that I just showed you just now. Do you understand that? They don't, dude, if they care about support and resistance, then why didn't it stop here? Why didn't it stop here? Dude, they just butted through. If they care about support and resistance, why did they just do this randomly on a Wednesday and shoot this market up 3,800 ticks on a Wednesday, create all of this support here, and then dump it 4,000 ticks the next morning? This goes to show you they don't give a shit about what you're talking about in that book. Like this literally proves my point. Like I know you don't want to believe it, but I'm showing you right now. I am showing you that they don't care. And you're sitting there still trying to trade that. And then you wonder why you're losing, because you're doing the exact opposite of what it's telling you. I'm being dead serious. You're doing what's keeping other people from being millionaires, and you're wondering why you're not a millionaire. There's no way to think about that. You're doing what's keeping 98% of people from being successful, from being a millionaire. And you wonder why you're sitting there goofing around and not a millionaire yet. Everything that you're doing is the exact opposite of what is the exact opposite. I'm sorry, everything that you're doing is in alignment with people who are poor and who are not a millionaire doing this. And you're wondering why you're in the same boat as them. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not laughing at being poor because I'm poor. I don't have 10 million liquid inside of an account. Not net worth inside of an account to goof around. So I'm poor. I'm right with you. But because I used to be homeless. So I can laugh at myself. Can you? So I'm just telling you right now that that's what's going on. So if you feel offended or if you're like, hey, that's not nice, it's the truth. That's why. Because the market doesn't care that your name is Sally, Sue, or Harry, or Tom, or Bob, or Larry. If you're doing the same things as those people and they're not successful doing it, then that's why. So change it. Figure it out. There's nothing better than this. Be on alert. Just know we already read that. Well, I'm off for the day, family. Hope everyone finishes the day green and see y'all tomorrow. All right, Jay, we'll catch you later, buddy. We're done. You're done. No more. No mas. Account done. No mas. Break the cycle to repeat tomorrow. That's correct. What's up, TJ? Bro, you didn't hit me, bro, when Teddy got puppies. My dad told me. I was like, bro, you know TJ got some more puppies again. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, that's what he said. I didn't know that. Chilling, bro. How are you, man? I'm just chilling. Just goofing around. Monkeying around. Timestamp, 12 o'clock. I should go to the gym. Do something productive with my day. Tomorrow, Michigan Consumer Sentiment. Those ain't my dogs. I'm waiting on girl to come so I can do my own thing. Oh, was that your dogs? What happened? My dad didn't tell me. He just told me you got some puppies. That's all he told me. He was like, bro, you should up TJ for a dog or something. Yeah, text me. I just came up off the stud feed. Oh. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Teddy getting right. Shit, Teddy getting more action than me. God damn it. I'm doing the wrong thing. You been killing it, E. Proud of you. Thanks, Dean. I appreciate that, buddy. I made that adjustment a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. They were rinsing me. It was hard at the all-time high. I made that adjustment. I started trading market structure again. I remember that conversation I had with Phantom. Phantom was like, buddy, you can't be doing this up here. Like, you can't just be like, just going off a feel like how it was 3 or 4 months ago. We're in a different market. And then I had to adjust. I was doing the exact opposite. Like, I wasn't, the market was telling me something and I didn't adjust. Like, I wasn't listening to what it was telling me. I wanted to do my own thing. And even then, though, like, I was still winning. It was just like I would win for like 4 or 5 days and then blow us out of account. Win for like 3 or 4 days, blow us out of account. And then, like, it hit me when I lost 2 days in a row. because I don't lose like that. If I lose 2 days in a row, something's wrong. I'm being dead serious. Like if I lose 2 days in a row, like daily loss limit or like I go, man, today was not a slam dunk. 2 days in a row, I know something's wrong. Cause I go, bro, what the hell? Okay, look, I need to lock in. What the hell was that? And I started looking, and I understood what my mistake was. I just simply put, like I just wasn't following my rules. And that's what we're gonna do with no trading strategy. This is just pure liquidity trading right now. Still, I see trend line, I take. I see 2 or 3 draws of confirmation, I take. I see the fact that they're getting ready to burst it past the high. I don't I don't buy the top on a pullback. I long, and I'm out with a base hit. Good risk to reward trade. And I rinse and I repeat over and over again. And I walk away because and I walk away and I come back the next day. Because why? Because every day is a fresh day. You do know that you're going to lose eventually, of course. Like there's going to be a time again where like I'm in a trade and Trump says something and I lose. Like that happened to me like 2 months ago. So, but there's nothing I can do with that. Trust me, that's going to happen again. Or I'm gonna press the buy button and then he comes on, or I press the sell button, he comes on 60 seconds later. Like there's nothing I can do with that. So you're going to lose, but if you follow these simple rules and simple instructions, you can delay you losing by months. Like I promise you, like you can literally go like a month, 2, 3 months without losing. This is a general blanketed statement. I'm not speaking to Dean specifically. So if you think I'm speaking to Dean specifically and you're not listening to what I'm telling you, then that's a problem. Because every single class and every single trading session is a mentorship within itself. That's why you're paying to be inside Discord. And then to also have the one-on-one guidance on the weekends and have access to all of the recordings. So you can figure out what works and more importantly, what does not. So you can learn how to avoid. If I was trading at the end of the day yesterday, I would have got roasted, bro. I would have got roasted because I probably would have tried to short somewhere up inside this zone. And then look what they did yesterday. No human survived this move yesterday. They pumped that market 3,800 ticks in a straight line. You did not survive that, bro. But I had enough wherewithal to when I was up, I got out that day. And I got out and I was off by like 12:30. And they still came back and filled that gap that I told you about yesterday. And they filled that gap. And I told you they was going to do that, and then they squeezed it on you. I need to gauge their temperature and wait for liquidity to be engineered during the session. There is no liquidity being engineered during this session, so I didn't get burned. I want to gauge their temperature. Look at this. Hold on. Look. Stop. Stop. Let me send this out just so you don't think I'm lying. Look. So you don't think I'm lying. I'm going to block you. I told you not to do that. Wait. I'm not going to block you. That was close. Just so you don't think I'm lying. Just so you don't think I'm lying, it says it right here. I don't want you to think I'm lying. I just took a picture of it. I'm not writing it. I'm sending it right now inside the Discord. Look at this. What's this set? Look at this. Look at this. Look. You see this? You see this from yesterday that I sent out at 9:20? Look. Gap fill Thursday is upon us. Read about it by clicking the model. Gap fill Thursday. They filled that gap on the SPX. They did not. Gap fill Thursday is not in that knowledge center. That's only inside Discord. PCE and GDP at 8:30. Watch for data with high and low on release. Market is gapping up off of MU earnings. Don't be fooled. The bounce is non-proportionate. That's the second warning. That's the third warning. Gap fill Thursday, this, and then this. 3 warnings. NQ is up nearly 1.6%, and ES is only up 0.35%, and it's gap fill Thursday. That's the fourth warning. Market squeezed 3% from 315 until the close off of this. We will pull back. That is the fifth warning with a statement. Into and through New York session at some point, and it starts with the gap that's going to be created on the open. It starts with that. That's like your fourth warning from inside it. That's at 9:20. Let's continue to do what's working. I said we're still an intraday sell side model, so don't be surprised if bounces are short lived like they were on Tuesday, and they give up the whole moves or most of it. But this is what I sent out inside Discord, and then you sent over here debating with me about whether or not you should be reading this. I used to run my own hedge fund, and I'm sending you this shit. This is literally almost insider brain power, and you sitting over there debating about whether or not you should be goofing around with this, and you're listening to people who aren't millionaires on how to become a millionaire. Your inability to want to invest a few nickels so you can make thousands of dollars is stopping you from getting to your destination. But that's okay because the people at the destination don't give a shit about if you get there or not. Look what my journal says. Gap fill Thursday. I have it highlighted. You see that? I did not just highlight that. You see this? For today's date. I'm looking at this right now. PC at 8:30, and there's an arrow to it, and it says check temperature. And I have the 7-year auction at 1 p.m. because that's the only news driver for today, like during the New York session. Market structure, watch headlines, base hits. Bullinox, 0 days to trade for a $9,000 payout on Bullinox, and 2 days to trade on my Tradecopia account. TJ Tradecopia account, and my other Apex login with the 20 accounts. This is 15, this is 20. Plus, I'm not going to directly reveal this because Apex be listening. So excuse this. What I just told you was fake. I just lied. Excuse me. Don't believe that. Don't believe nothing I just told you. That was fake. Apex likes to randomly listen, but they don't know what's going on with that. So there's that. This is what I was trying to show you. It says check temp. I want to check their temperature. It says check temperature on a gap fill Thursday. But I really can't take credit for that because I didn't send that outside Discord, so I apologize. But I did tell Discord that this morning at 10, I was like, bro, I don't believe that. They're going to dump this. The worst thing you can do is long this, and what I would not do is long this. They're going to dump this, and they're going to come over for this gap fill, and then they did it. Understand what I just told you? So if you getting caught up in moves like this, then you don't know what's going on. All right? So there's that. They just liquidation squeeze that through to these lows. Be on alert. It's only 12:35. Maybe we shouldn't goof around with them or test them. Take our money and run. I'm so crazy. Like I call top tick, bottom tick. I'm going to block that guy. You want to know why? Because here's the deal. The reason why I'm going to block him, and hopefully he's in here listening right now. The reason why I'm going to block him is because no one perfectly calls the top and the bottom tick every single time. If you tell me that, I know you're a scammer. Because anyone who seriously trades knows that you can't call every bottom to the top tick every single time. You cannot do that. Like, that just won't happen. Like, we know that. Or, well, at least I know that. And so those people, I don't like to give them a voice. We should block those people. Because those people were the people who convinced me, personally, in the beginning of my journey, that was possible. And I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to the market maker before I realized that. I had to have a mentor tell me that personally in order for me not to do that. I still have my finger hovering above the block button. So I haven't blocked them yet, but I'm about to. I had to have a millionaire tell me, bro, stop doing that. You want to know why? And the only reason why I stopped doing that was because I couldn't even afford to bring this freaking Discord. He was charging $1,000 a month for that shit. $1,000 a month, and I couldn't afford it. But just by the grace of God, for me watching him every day for 2 years nonstop, he finally looked at the messages on YouTube, and he finally responded to a person that said, why don't you hold it longer? why don't you hold it longer? It might go higher, it might go lower. And someone was like, hey man, look, I think we can bottom tick this. Let's do this. And he finally responded to that person. And that person had the actual balls to respond truthfully. And he asked that person, he said, in this Indian voice, he said, how has that been going so far for you? Are you a millionaire doing that? Catching bottom and top? And that person stopped for 2 minutes. And he was like, I ain't waiting. And the person said, no, I'm not. Are you profitable? Profitable? And he said, no, I'm not. He was like, but no, I get it right though. He was like, but profitable. Multiple days? Weeks? Over the course of time? She said, no, I'm not. I just thought about that. He said, so why do? And it dawned on me that I was him. That was me. And he said, so don't do. That was me. Because I was trying to figure out where the top, where the bottom was. And he responded, he was like, I don't care where they are going, folks. I just try to participate. Small piece of the pie, I take. No greedy. And this dude was making $50,000 to $100,000 a day on options on 1 day to 2 day expirations. And it was proven. He sent out the receipts and the fills. And I saw what he was doing. And he was green every goddamn day, and I was red almost every day. And I thought that I knew more than the millionaire. And I get so passionate about this because I know for a fact that some of y'all in that position. And some of y'all right now are watching this damn TikTok right now, trying to figure out whether or not you should join this community or not. Whether that you should be in here or not. Whether you should take this seriously for yourself or not. Whether that you should listen to the people that are fooling you, that are giving you misconceptions, that are blinding you and poisoning your brain. But I'm not here to convince you of that. You need to convince yourself. But I remember I was there. And the sad part about it was I was looking for every goddamn reason to cut the corner on the learning process. Every reason I was looking to cut the corner for it. And until I stopped that, and until I invested in the learning process, the market never rewarded me. And I don't even trade like that dude. But he opened up my eyes, and it changed my life. And he has no idea who I am. He has no idea who I am. No idea. I talk about him almost every day now. And he has no idea who I am. No idea. Bro doesn't even know my name. I'm going to block this dude. Thank you. Like it was yesterday, I remember. Low-key want one more good trade. Might be able to get it. Who knows? They're just goofing around. They're monkeying around. Look at this price action. Look. Just look at this weird barcode price action. Look. Outside of this and this, here and here, we've just been going sideways nonstop since 1020. Outside of this 10-minute move and this 10-minute move here, this 7-8-minute move, we've done nothing. Just been goofing around. Just seek and destroy almost time distortion. Just monkeying around. Both fake outs in both directions and back to this weird chop. Terrible price action. Best to be on alert. And they just bleeding it out. Do you have a mentor? Yeah, I haven't said that in a while. Thanks, TJ. I remember that. Be on alert. Watch out and be on alert. That's what you need to be doing. Stop goofing around. It's time to be serious. This is not a joke. This is serious. I remember. It's not a joke, bro. It's serious, man. It's in there goofing around. trend line. Where? 12:43. Timestamp is. I remember. Guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord. To hopefully try and do it again and try to have a good Friday. Friday rules are in place. Please don't blow up your accounts for the rest of the day. I'm not going to end the live stream. I'm just going to disconnect from Discord. There's still 3 hours, over 3 hours left in this trading day. But why would I want to work extra when I'm already up like $10,000 today? Like, why would I want to do that for? Like, why? I'm being dead serious. Like, for what reason would I want to do that for? I'm going to exercise the story of Shahrazad, and I am going to try to take my money and run. I got some things that I'm trying to accomplish, and I got some things that I'm trying to do. I'm on a focused mission. Yo, you think it's going to dump from here? Man, did you not just see what they just did just now? Look at that. They dumped that market 1,000 ticks in a straight line. And then they went up 1,000 ticks in a straight line again. I have no idea what they're getting ready to do. They could go sideways for another hour. I just got to wait to see what the market structure getting ready to do. It look like they might be trying to target that volume balance lower at 711.50 on the QQQ, but they just dumped at 1,000 ticks. Trying to take me to the strip club, absolutely. I got to lock in, and I got to get a few things together. I got a few things to handle first. I got my other crib that I gotta get rid of. So like I gotta get rid of the other stuff because I can't fit the stuff that's in my other house inside this house. So I gotta get off of that in like the next 2. So I got like 3 months or so. I gotta figure that out. Then once I do that, then I gotta look exactly where I'm at as far as finances, because I want to buy a McLaren this year just because I want to get a McLaren 750S, and that's what I want to do. So I gotta lock in. This is serious. This is not a joke. So I gotta lock in. They want to dump to 711.50 on QQQ and target that volume balance. They don't want to go no higher. So I gotta lock in. I got several things to accomplish and to do. They want to come here to the zone. They reactivated this magnet, but they're not letting you participate because they just dumped it 1,100 ticks in a straight line. I'll be there when you cop. I seen it from the beginning, absolutely. Bro, you and I should go to the, bro, whenever I go in, bro, like if you in the city, bro, you and I should just go there. For real. Just pop up. But I'm not going to go there unless I'm literally willing to buy the car that day because I'll be tempted. I got to lock in. I got more important things to be dealing with than some foolish car. I'll keep driving the car I got now. Let's go. I'll be there. You feel me? Yeah. I'll keep driving the car I got now. They don't know it's me riding through the city. Can you see me? Can you see me with my high beams on? Like Drake said. I got a 2016 Kia Optima, that I've been driving. I sold all my other cars. I sold my Tesla and my M4. I got the Kia Optima. I'll be riding around. And the tent bubbled up on the back. You don't even know it's me. Oh, God. And I love that car. Low maintenance, no issues. 40 miles to the gallon. Oil change, $25. Why? Because I go to Walmart and I get the Mobil 1 large quart, the 4 quarts, and I take it to my local mechanic, and he charged me $20 in labor, and it cost me $20 to buy the quart, to buy the large thing. And that's the only thing that I put into the car every like 4 months. I don't even drive nowhere for real. I got a scooter I ride around the city on. I don't need no car. We need to stay locked in and stay focused. More important things to be dealing with. Who you trying to impress? Nice cars only attract other dudes. Lock in. It's not gonna be what you think. You think you're gonna get a nice car to attract females? That's not how this works. There's gonna be random dudes walking up to you and going, "Hey, bro, that's a nice car." It's like having super swole muscles. Like, it gets to a point to where only dudes are gonna be like, "Bro, you swole, bro." Like that's not what I'm aiming for. And gold diggers, hey, that's correct. That's not what I'm aiming for. You need to understand what you're doing. Like if you look like Ronnie Coleman, it's only gonna be dudes that's gonna be impressed at the gym. You don't just buy a car and then flip a switch and you start spawning women out of thin air. They don't care about that. They don't care if your Charger has 392 horsepower or whether it has 707 and you got a Hemi. They don't care about that. Most women don't care, bro. Trust me. You think they do, they don't care. And they don't care that you did a muffler delete and when you go 20 miles an hour, it sounds like you got a 1,000 horsepower engine and you're going 20 miles an hour and it's making a lot of noise. They don't care about that. It actually annoys them more than anything. That's actually a woman deterrent. Like you're playing the best defense on women that you could possibly ever imagine. Women with sense. I'm being dead serious. Not, not even joking. I know that some of y'all that are like 18, 19 years old are probably looking at me and going, "Bro, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, bro. Unc does not know what he's talking about. Be quiet. I'm telling you it's the truth." Look, Data said, I literally hate a loud car. Oh my God. I'm being dead serious. They hate those loud engines. It repulses them. They go, "Oh my God, that dude's so annoying." So if you got a woman with a loud engine, there's something else that's attracting her and she's just overlooking it. And if you ask her, but you're already with her, or she wants to be with you for other reasons and she's overlooking it, she's not going to tell you the truth. But ask a woman who's not attracted to you by any means for other things, whether or not she likes your loud engine or not. Just ask her, or ask her ex, or ask her ex what she thinks. Ask her. Don't ask your mother either. Ask her, and then they'll give you the honest opinion. You should do that. You'll be surprised what answers that you can get from people that really don't have nothing to gain from you. See, that's your problem. They instantly think he has a little one, not gonna lie. All right. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, what is that dude doing?" You should see it. Driving on the highway yesterday, and this dude was riding around in the this this dude had a muffler on the back of a because I knew the body style was between the 2010 and the 2015 Prius because they changed the body style in 2016. It was between the 2010 and the 2016 Prius, no 2010 and 2015 Toyota Prius, and he had a muffler on the back of that shit. That shit sounded like a goddamn track hawk. Not a trail hawk. It sounded like the track hawk was the one with the 700 horsepower. It sounded like a track hawk with a muffler delete on between the 2010 and 2015 Prius, but it was looking kind of old, so it was between 2010 and 2012 because it had some paint damage. He had a wing on the back in carbon fiber. And I looked at bro. I was like, what the fuck? What is he doing? What are you doing, dude? And he looked at me, and he was probably like, hey, you wanna know what the funny thing about this was? Because I could laugh at myself. I looked at bro at the light like this, and I looked at him, and I looked, and I went like this. I said, and he looked dead back at me and looked me dead in my eyes. So you know what he's probably thinking? He's probably thinking, bro, what the hell are you looking at, bro? You in a 2016 Kia Optima, goofy. And he had no idea who I was. And you know what? And that made my day. And he was probably thinking, man, you know what, bro? Me and you on the same level. And I absolutely loved that. And I sat there, I shook my head, and I drove off. And he went to his house, and I went to mine. Shit. With that Prius and that muffler. Probably thinking like, bro, what you looking at? People ask me that question, you know. Happened to me like 2 months ago. It was like 8 black people, and it was like 8 back. It was no offense, but it was 8 black people packed in the back of the smart car, like you know, like the stigma say, like Mexicans. But it was 8 black people, and it was hot as hell. And I stopped at the light, and I was looking at this woman, and and my car don't got no tint on it no more because the tint was bubbling up, so I took it off. And I sat there and I looked at them at the light because it was Atlanta traffic. Because, you know, I stay in Midtown. And this girl looked at me, and she went like this. She waved at me. The girl in the back, they was packed in the back like sardines. This black girl. She had like this little fan because it was sweating. They didn't even have AC in the car. And I was looking at them, and I was like, what are they doing with that loud-ass car? Because whenever I see that, I roll down my window, and I make sure that like they see me. And I go like this. And I just shake my head. So I was doing that on purpose, and I was looking at them intently. And she rolled on the window, and it snapped me out of my drunken stupor. My drunken stupor. Like I was just looking. And she said, what? You got a problem? You like what you see? And I looked, and I just shook my head, and I drove off. And then her friends and that dude that was driving started laughing. And it was looking weird too. The dude that was driving, he had this big ass bone in his nose. He had like this big bone in his nose. Like, I was like, what the? I just looked and I just shook my head. I said nothing. I just drove off at the light and I went home. What the fuck are they doing over there in that car? You have to know goddamn good. God knows where they're going. They need to be invested in education. Something more productive. Bro, you tripping. I'm being dead serious. Like, you really think I'm joking? That's exactly how it went. Like, I got like this mental illness where like I just tell the truth in regards to how it happened. Yeah, on God. I remember. Whenever I see that, Dean, I just look at people and I just go, shh. Because I want people to see the disgust. And I'm not judging you, I am, but because I really don't care. I just, like, I want you to think, man, like, am I tripping or not? Why did that guy look at me like that and say nothing? And I just go on about my business and I forget. Because I don't care what you do. I really don't care what you do. It's not my place to talk to you or to judge you. Who cares? I don't care what you got going on, man. Shit, hell. They could have been going to a damn $10 million penthouse with no AC. I don't give a damn what they got going on. Shit. These are pretty tripping. For real. Crazy world we're living in, man. This is serious. Your place have underground parking? Yeah. Nah. Yes. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, and above ground. There's this parking garage that's right next to it, and it goes underground and it goes above ground. So yes, it goes underground and it goes above ground too. It's right next to a parking garage, but it's private access only. Resident parking. Uh, resident parking is resident parking is resident parking is above ground and below ground. Resident parking is, and there's a security attendant that walks the parking lot. Cause I live in Atlanta, they like to smash windows. Many nice cars in it. Yeah. I mean, there's a dude that has a Ferrari on the bottom floor, but he doesn't have a brand new Ferrari. He has a Ferrari. He has a Ferrari F. He has a Ferrari F430. It's either a Ferrari F430 or it's a Ferrari 360 Medina or Madonna or a Scooterita or a Scuderia. Um, that's like one of the nicer cars here because like it's one of the more classic ones. There's a lot of people inside here that have like Escalades. There's like several G wagons, several like I probably say about three or four G63 AMGs. That's the most popular luxury car, the G63 AMG. Then there's like two G550s. There's several black trucks like brand new Escalades. Um, there's a dude inside here who keeps on parking in a handicap spot because he thinks that he's just balling out of control, but he just bought like, and it keeps on annoying me. It keeps on annoying me because I keep on seeing it, and so it's forcing me mentally to want to go get one. But he just bought a McLaren, a 2019, because I saw the tag when he bought it. He bought a 2019 570S. I'm sorry, 570. A 2019 570 McLaren. But I looked it up and like that car's on like 100. Like you can get one for anywhere from 130 to $150,000. But it looks like a 220,000 dollar car. But it's really but it's really anywhere from 120 to $150,000 car at the most. But he just got that. He has it wrapped in stealth matte black, so it looks more aggressive. And he always parks in a handicap spot. So there's that. And then other people just got normal Teslas. Like you got like one or two Model X's. You got several Model Ys and stuff like that. Um, and then all the other cars are just like normal cars. Like, oh yeah, there's like two or three different Corvettes. No one here has a Corvette Z06. But most humans can't tell the difference between a Z06, the one that costs like $180,000, and the one that costs $65,000 to $70,000. A woman can't even tell the difference. Hell, I can only tell the difference if I look at it directly, because most people like to soup it up. So it's really just like there's like two or three Corvette C8 Stingrays, but they're not the Z06s that got like however many horsepower, like 1,000 horsepower. I don't know how much horsepower it is, but that's not the case. It's just the Corvette C8s. Stingrays, they're like 75,000. And then like that's really, oh yeah, and then there's this one dude in here. There's this one dude in here that has a Bentley. He has a Bentley Continental GT convertible. He likes to cover up both of his parking spots. So he parks there. He has a Bentley Continental GT. I forgot about that. But he hardly drives that car. That car sits there for literally like 2 weeks at a time and doesn't even move. The Ferrari does not move, nor does the Bentley. The dude that just got his McLaren a week ago, he drives it all the time because he just got it. But that's going to get old too. And he has a Corvette C8 Stingray. He tries to help people repair their credit. Yes. I used to have an Escalade, the kind of blue color. It was beautiful. Yeah, Escalades are really nice, especially the new ones, man. Got me geeked to move back. So thug, Wisconsin. So yeah, one of my boys live in Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Your place already read that. Yeah. I have the worst car inside my building. I have the worst house inside my building, but I have the most expensive house inside my building. other than maybe one place. If that corner unit is a 3-bedroom, then they might be tied with me. But I have the most expensive place in my entire unit, and I have obviously because I have a penthouse. But I have the least expensive car, 100%, because I drive through this parking lot every single day. Nobody's car is worth less than mine. Nobody's car. That's 100% fact. My car is only worth like $5,000 or $6,000, like $5,000. And my tent is bubbling up on the back. Slightly. I can still see. No, I lied. I can't see. I had to take the tent off. But I ripped it off myself. So I just took it off myself so I can see. And the residue is still on the back. Yep. Stock, 100%. Don't even know it's me. I just be cruising through the city. Oh God, I'm not lying, and I got no shame in it. Why? Because I don't care. Because I don't got to prove that to nobody. I know how much money I make. I don't got to prove it to you. I'm good. I be cruising, boy. Crazy some of the things I used to do back in the day. Like when I was younger, like I used to thought it was cool to brag about how much money I spent on clothes. Now I brag for how cheap I get clothes, and whether or not I get clothes for like $15. Good deals. Money is only used to improve your life. How could it improve your life? That's the question. The only reason why I would get a McLaren is not to prove anything. The reason why I would get the McLaren is because it would force you in order for you to sit here and because why? Because it would force people in order to sit here and then to watch this show. And then once they watch it, then I'll get to change their brain. That's how. Why? Because I'll just park it there and I'll put a sticker on the side that says at NQ Insider. That's why. In order for you to really see what I'm doing on a daily basis and to see how we're changing lives, you have to watch this live stream for more than because you're not going to believe one day. You might even believe 2 or 3 days. You're going to have the discipline to come here over like the course of like a week or two so that you can see everything that we're doing. Something has to compel you to make you want to watch this. So if I spend $500,000 on a car, you're going to sit there and most people that are on the edge of having a scarcity mentality, they're going to sit here, then they're going to log into the screen. They're going, okay, I want to see how this dude is affording a $500,000 car. So right now, you'll see me make $10,000, but that's only because you might have, you might have a different motivation. But that's because of maybe some of the things that I'm saying. Or maybe because you've lost so much to where you want to try and, or honestly speaking, a lot of people are watching this so that they can try and prove me wrong. And I've heard people say that. Like, I have heard people say, bro, I came back here today, you were green. I'm sorry. I came back here for two straight weeks in a row every single day, and I watched you and I wanted you to lose. People have told me that. And they were like, bro, whenever you press that button, like, I'm waiting to say, haha, I got you. So it was, hey, bro, like, that's what was compelling me. But then you know what? Like, I was losing in that meantime, and I couldn't understand why. I'm ready to learn now. That's what was compelling them. Everybody has a different reason on as to why they want to eventually change their lives. I don't know. Your reason might be seeing the dude driving around a $500,000 car because you might want that car. I don't care, but there's that. It's the truth. Had to replace. Thanks for blocking that dude, Dean. Had to replace the ballast with the headlight. Yeah. You know, every time you say stop, 5 to 10 people instantly close their position, right? Right. Hate kept them coming back. Zero says really made them join 100%. That's exactly what it is. 100%. Zero debate. 100%. Honestly, 100%. Seriously. I promise you, there's a decent amount of people listening to my voice right now, and they've probably been watching for like a week or two, and I've been green every single day. Every single day. Every single day. And And what's eating at their conscience right now is that they're probably going, dude, if I would have joined 2 or 3 weeks ago, I could have got a head start on this. Like, I could have been this much closer to actually learning how to master this market. Damn. But at least you see, but there's people going, bro, okay, I understand what he's saying, but I didn't believe him, but now I do. Every single day. That's probably what's compelling you to come back. So, but I can't force you to press that join button. I can't force you to put your card information in to sign up for a 3-month membership. I can't force you to study. I can't do that. I can only do what I'm doing on a daily basis, and then on the weekends, I help you. And then whenever you make a mistake, I can help refine you. And then if you're willing to be honest with me. But I can only help you if you're willing to be honest with not only me, but more importantly, yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, then I can't help you. Don't sign up. I can't help you. You need to be real and honest with yourself first. Why? Because this market's only going to ask that of you. And this is the only thing where you can't lie to anybody. You can't lie or hide with this. That's why so many people fail. Because the market just holds up a mirror and it says, do you see who that person is in the mirror? Yes or no? And if you say, no, I don't see that, then the market is going to walk away with everything that you have and it's going to say, let's try again tomorrow. And it's going to come to you again the next day and it's going to say, do you know who that person is? And if you say, no, I don't know who that is, I'm going to keep putting that limit order there, or I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm not going to keep doing, and you know what? I'm not going to respect my risk. I'm not going to respect X, Y, and Z. It's going to say, okay, give me that. Let's try again tomorrow. It is never going to say, the market is never going to look you in your eyes and say, man, you know what? For the last 2 weeks, I've been saying, come again tomorrow. I'm going to bend today. I'll let you lie to me. It will never do that. You have to be real with yourself every single day. And every single day will ask you that question. Every single day will ask you that question. And then there's going to be times to where you're truthful and you still lose and it still takes what you have and walk away. But by the time it does that, what would you get out of it is the true question. There's going to be a time where you're real with yourself and they come up with some Iranian headline, you lose. Okay, come back the next day. There's going to be a time where you have a bad month, but what's going to happen the next month? Can you bounce back? I know some of y'all on that damn TikTok, not inside Discord, but I know some of y'all on that damn TikTok and seeing me blow like 2 or 3 sets of accounts a month and a half ago, and y'all was probably thinking, man, he gonna run away on the plug. Stream about to end. Hell no. I'm not gonna run away. I made the adjustment. Stop goofing around. This is serious. They want to go higher, not lower. Stop. I didn't know that, Dean. That's funny. Yeah, bro. Because when I say stop, man, you see that God body candle, boy, it is time to stop. That is serious. I didn't even say that at all today. And look at these moves. I say that whenever something is serious, like you do nothing. It's best to do nothing. Timestamp 111. Guys, today was an excellent day. We called the market from top to bottom. Not as in like top ticked and bottom ticked every move, no. Like I let you know that they were going to fill that gap last night. I let you know that it was going to be bearish initially on the open. I let you know all of these things. Every trade go to the TP. Every trade green, except for a few break evens. I think it's best we exercise the story of Shahrazad. If you want to join our community, sure, it's nqinsider.com. The Knowledge Center is non-negotiable. There is no monthly plan with the Knowledge Center. Because if you're not willing to devote 55 days of your time, then I know you're not serious. Then you could just watch for free. There's no skin on my bones. I'm not charging $1,500 to $2,500 per month like how I should be doing. Why? Because I make money like this trading every single day, and I show you every single day. So if you stop me from doing that, then sure, I'll send you an invoice for $2,500. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. in the morning from inside Discord to go over the pre-market trading plan. Let's try and close the week out strong. Remember, Friday rules. Friday rules are in place. I hope that you have a great day. All right? NQinsider.com. Please stay away from the scammers. Listen, I know it's not easy. Listen to me. I believe in you. Yes, you, girl. Yes, you, woman. I believe in you, so help me God. And I know that you can do this. I promise you, I know you can. I'm not trading anything insane. I'm not even trading no damn ICT for real. But you can't understand what I'm doing if you don't understand that knowledge center, or if you don't even try to remotely try to understand the ICT concepts, because you're not going to believe it. That is the baseline understanding. You need to speak my language before you can simplify the language that I'm telling you. Understand what I just told you. You need to simplify the language and take it seriously before you can begin to understand. I'm sorry. You need to study that knowledge center and understand the language and the ins and outs before you can simplify it and understand the simplified versions of what I'm telling you in these models inside Discord. If you just join a knowledge center, or like if I just had Discord up by itself and you join Discord, you wouldn't understand nothing inside it. And I can't explain that to every single person that joins. Just stop and just think about that. If somebody even has a remotely decent Discord, and any human that just comes by and they join, how are they going to teach them the ins and outs of the Discord and trade live and make money at the same time and show you what to avoid and what not to avoid in real time? How can they do that? That's impossible. So they have to charge $1,500 to $2,400 per month. And I want to know that somebody's in my foxhole and doing what they're talking about, not just telling me to do things. That's what I want to know. I want to know that we in this together. Why? Because those are the foundations for the strongest connections that you can ever fathom. I'll go to bat for you if that's the case. I believe in you. And I love you. Talk tomorrow. NQinsider.com. Stay away from the scammers, please. What's good? Okay, peace out. ZR Trader says, all right, brother.